All right, say something, Tree.
I'm here, man.
Oh,
Really? Come
okay.
on. I'm
Everyone's talking
not a
about Bald
wind-up
My Eyes.
doll. God.
Right. You are kind of like a wind-up doll. Fat guy in a little
I'm
coat.
not a wind-up doll. I'm a monkey.
You are.
Just saying.
All
You
right.
throw coins at me and I do the
There's
clapping
Will.
thing.
There's Will. All right. Unmute yourself, Will. We need to hear your microphone. William Keys. Your microphone is muted. Say something, Will. Speak! Infidel! All right. Will's
Probably still trying to get some
Guillermo's
stuff
not
working.
figured it out. Yep.
Maybe if it's your first time, it's tough to like get
Yeah, I
yourself
know.
set up.
Discord's kind of cruddy, but
It is weird.
Barry McCockiner figured it out, but Will not.
Barry
not
McCockiner
good.
was also on his phone, which is a little easier than a
Yeah,
PC.
it is easier, but then the audio sounds terrible. All right. Well, while Will Will figures out how to turn his microphone on or plug his microphone in. Let me make sure that I've got him on. He doesn't have to do push to talk real quick. No, he's got it. He can do whatever. He can do all that shit. Anyways, he's just dumb. That's what it is. All right. What a weekend, by the way.
Yeah.
We had lots of... Oh, he texted me. Hold on. He can't hear us. Oh. It's on your end.
That's got to be on their end. Check your settings and check your speaker settings. It could be something related to that.
Well, he can't hear us, so I gotta text him that.
Okay.
Anyway,
we're gonna super chat while you're doing that.
Yeah.
Dakota White House for 5.
Wait,
so the Broncos hired Pat Shurmur as OC of the Broncos. 5 points. What are your thoughts?
As long as he's not a head coach, he was a terrible head coach, but I just don't like Shurmur's decision making, and he's not all that. He's not all he's supposed to be some offensive genius, but the Giants were pretty inept in offense last year. I don't know.
I think I'm in.
Yes.
Well, how much of it was talent related?
Was that Will?
Here.
Oh,
Can you hear
there
me?
he is.
Sir, I can hear you, man.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Welcome to 2020.
I made it.
You made it.
Yeah, I made it through the obstacle course that is setting up my own Discord.
Man.
All right.
That thing can be annoying sometimes.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. So now we need to give you a formal introduction to everyone that is watching the stream right now. Well, I guess his name is Guillermo. Do we have to call you by your alias or?
Absolutely not. No.
Okay. So Will Keys.
Go ahead. My real name is up for grabs.
The famous author of many scripts of mine. He also helps out Brandon Perna. He's the only reason Brandon's funny, actually. And he's been an asset to both of us for the past, God, is it almost 2 years now? Fuck. Almost a year and a half at least we've been working together. And also co-host of Blue Wire podcast, Will Keys, everyone. Say hi to the crowd.
Crowd?
Yeah. We got.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited. I'm excited to talk some football. Can I swear on here?
Oh yeah, dude. We've been demonetized long ago. So
Can I swear? Have you seen the show once? I mean,
I
guess you did have a guy named Barry McCockiner on last week.
Yeah,
so
there were other unsavory things that happened, which we will not discuss in the meantime. Maybe after a couple beers, but that's really.
I have to say that was some hard-hitting journalism last week.
Yes, that was incredible journalism.
Yes.
That was like Barbara Walters.
But in the world of shit posting, that was the R. Kelly interview, was it not?
It was.
Dude made Walter Cronkite look like a yellow journalist.
Whoa.
It was
absolutely.
Wouldn't you say he's the most famous internet troll of all time?
I'd say he's up there with I was gonna mention Ken M from Yahoo Answers.
Yeah.
The only troll that I think rivals him is Ned's feed, if you're familiar with him on Twitter.
No, but Leroy Jenkins probably is the iconic troll of all time, right? When you say
Right.
yes, he's the defining troll. But every forum that
And
you've
you
ever
have to, yeah.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say you have to give it to McCockiner. Formerly, I started following him when he was Sports Talk Joe. Back when he was using his real name and his real picture. So I go back a little further with him. But he's made so many accounts. You have to hand it to him for starting over so many times and still getting that big of a following. You really have to respect it.
Yeah, I'm been wildly impressed with him. I just turned up the mics real quick. Do you guys hear a big audio difference? For some reason, the mics were at half. I wouldn't consider EDP a troll because he's not purposely trying.
He seems genuine.
Yeah, he's not trying to piss people off. EDP, he's just being EDP, which is a guy that destroys toilets at Chipotle's. All right. I'll read this next one. We'll just jump into the Snapchats because they'll cover everything. So Will, I don't know if you've seen my show. I don't think you even watch the videos that you write. Do you for me? Do you even go back and watch them?
Yeah, about half of them.
About half of them?
More than that.
You don't want to see your creations come to life, or do you just get pissed when I edit something or change it? Like, is that something?
Oh man, not everything from the page can make it to the screen. We know that.
That's true. What's weird is, so you guys don't know this. So Will and I have this relationship where all I do is just tell him the title, and that's it, and he just goes with it. And then a week later, sometimes 10 days later, depending on how busy the man is, I get a pristine script. And it's just like, oh, this is easy. It's like I wrote it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Sometimes you do things different than I would, but at the same time, I'm just like, this is really fucking good. You know, like it's such an interesting way to do work. So I just want to say I appreciate working with you, by the way.
I appreciate you for giving me the freedom to do my thing. You've never made me follow any strict guidelines or boundaries. So, hey, you let the artist be artists, and that's what makes you so good.
That's the way it should be, man.
Yes.
Give people creative control.
Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. Sometimes I do nitpick at shit, and then I have to change it all around. But it's just because,
from scratch.
I want to make it have my flavor a little bit. But anyways, all right, we got to. These Snapchats are piling up like a tractor trailer that got overturned on I-95. So you read the first one, right? So I think you're
go to White House. You're on El Chris.
Yeah, you go to El Chris.
That's for $2. Hey guys, hell of a weekend for Houston, huh? It's getting worse. Let's just put it that way.
So
Alex Cora just got fired from Boston, so by proxy, Houston took another L.
Oh, Houston's taking so many L's right now. It's amazing. But let's talk a little bit about that game. So,
Jesus Christ,
my buddy laid money. My buddy laid money on the Texans to win, and when they went up 24-0, he's like, "That's it. I got to turn this game off." You know, it was like his superstition. I was like, "Dude, you better watch this game." Like, if you think that Houston's gonna win. And literally 6 minutes later, I think Kansas City was up 28-20.
Yeah, it was like it was in 10 minutes. It was like 21-24 in like 3 minutes.
I'm sitting out by the pool at the hotel, and I was like, "There's no way that this game is just gonna stay." I knew that the Chiefs would come back, but I didn't think that quickly.
It wouldn't happen that quickly, but that you have to forget Bill O'Brien is a fucking terrible head coach. I mean, look at that 4th and 4 on the 30. You saw the running back just move around left and right. I'm just sitting there like, they're gonna fake the punt, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Then look at the hold. They fake the punt, and I'm screaming at the TV, calling him a fucking idiot. Because why do you fake a punt when you're up by what was it? 20 points?
They were up
18 points
24-7 at that point.
Yeah, you were up 16 points.
Math is hard. Mm-hmm.
In the second quarter. Why you go aggressive there, but you don't go for it on the Chiefs' 10-yard line.
You know what? I didn't.
Right.
That doesn't
the
make
real
sense to me.
crime.
Like, if that were just kicking a field goal at the 10, I wouldn't care because, okay, you take the points. Fine, it's early. But what the hell is the logic there?
There's no logic. There's no consistency.
Yeah, he should have gotten fired for that play alone. He should have been fired at halftime.
He shouldn't have made it to the third
was.
quarter.
He wastes their talent.
You know,
I went on a fucking conniption on Twitter just because of how horrible Bill O'Brien is as a coach.
You changed your screen name to Fire Bill
O'Brien
because you were so mad.
Oh yeah.
The thing is, I didn't mind the play call on the fake punt. Is the execution was terrible. They had two blockers in front of the running back, and they both blocked the edge rusher, and then let the safety just come in and tackle the defensive player that got the ball. They didn't even direct snap it to a running back. So I think Bill O'Brien knew, even when he was up 24-0, that they were in trouble, that they had just gotten the benefit of some luck, but the execution was terrible at that point. And I don't know, it got ugly, and it got ugly quick, but
it got blown out after that. 51 unanswered points.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't even just like, 24, they got a recovery. It's like, no, everyone just checked out.
Yeah, but I think Kansas City was really just had all the matchups. They were destined to win that game.
They did what they had to do. I'll give them credit. They didn't let the 24-0 fall behind them. They put themselves back up. They had an olive branch. They took it and they ran with it.
Is it more embarrassing to lose starting up, basically getting spotted 24 points? Is it more embarrassing to lose by 20 that way, or just get blown out from the start?
I'd probably say the former option, because you at least have hope in the beginning. Yeah. When you're getting blown out in the beginning, it's okay, we suck.
Yeah, but nobody remembers like a blowout, right? Like, it's like, oh, okay, because people turn that game off.
The only reason you remember is like, okay, Miami, Jacksonville, 62-7. It's the only ones you really remember.
It's true. But like, the Giants, they beat the Vikings 41-0 in that NFC Championship game. But nobody talks about it like, nobody brings it up other than fans of those two teams. People are going to talk about this game for a long fucking time and laugh their asses
off. It's 35-3. It's the new age, 35-3.
It is. All right, James Amadei. We got what the fuck is a targeting call last night, but despite that, LSU was the better team. Saying that, do you think the targeting rule needs to be reformed? Has it prevented people from targeting? Are there less of those hits in college football now? What do you think?
Not really. The problem with that is that targeting call I saw at the gym, I'm just in there like, that's not a targeting issue. It just seems like he was trying to just make a tackle and inadvertently led with his helmet.
Yeah.
So I don't know how much you could consider like a legit targeting, or if it's just like, oh, it's just freak accident.
You know what was the most profound thing that you just said right now was that you were at the gym.
Really? Okay. That sounds like it. I mean, the male romper tells me that
that was the most shocking part about your comment right there.
You ass.
You need good legs to pull off a male romper. I know.
You do. Tree has good legs. I don't.
I've got chiseled out of granite.
Yeah.
I've always had like thicker legs. It's just like the problem is like the thing was too small.
I've got little bitch legs. Like, I was complaining to my wife today about it. I was like, dude, I work out, like I'm doing squats and shit now, and like my legs still they'll never thicken up. It's like
it's easier for you to buy pants. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah. I've just got runny oatmeal for legs. Never gonna be thick. Mm-hmm. All right. Tucker White for $5. For what it's worth, no matter which team wins it all, several former members of the Dolphins and Browns, some from the 2017, will win their first Super Bowl. Yeah, there's a lot of ex-players there. Who are the Browns ex-players in the Final Four here?
Cam Irving, Emmanuel Ogbah from the Chiefs, Tennessee. I'm trying to think. Deion Lewis is still technically an ex-Brown.
Williams on the Packers.
Oh, yeah?
Deshaun Kaiser.
Oh, Kaiser.
Oh, wait, Deshaun Kaiser's on Oakland now.
No.
Oh, I was gonna say Barkevius Mingo. He's on the Texans.
Yeah,
He's done. He
Mingo.
blocked that punt. He did block
Mhm.
that punt. So
Some guy named Ryan Tannehill. I like that one. He's from the
Raheem
Dolphins.
Mostert was technically an ex-Brown.
Oh.
right. That's
Okay.
right. Another wise roster decision.
Well, that's what the Browns do, baby.
Oh, and then they just hired what's his name, Stepanant.
Stefanski.
Stefanski.
Yeah.
The analytics nerds won, even though they
Oh,
told him to
shit.
fuck off 2 years earlier. So, okay.
Oh.
Some devil, though.
Why
We have to start by saying that.
Huh. Why is it showing my direct messages on the? Huh. That's interesting.
Ooh.
Anyways, it's showing my DMs back there. So now everyone
Damn it!
knows.
I wanted to see some awkward Twitter girls.
Twitter
trying to
girl.
hit up.
Oh yeah, no, that doesn't. No, it's still the wrong window. Let's see here.
While you do that, I'll
that's an
read
old
Snapchat.
one. There we go. Everyone was reading my
Yeah,
DMs.
should I slide into Liv Cowherd's DMs?
No, you got
What
to
do you think about
apparently
that?
talk about it and then ask her to slip into the DMs. I think that's the thing.
No, you've got to order socks from her. You got to order her used socks, and then she'll agree to.
I'm gonna keep it real with you, Adam. I don't think they're used.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Cause like I'm buying it for the stink sweat. I want to tell you something that's really odd, and you guys are gonna roast me for this, probably for the rest of my life. But this story is relevant. So one year when I was a young father, I think my baby was a newborn, and my wife, who used to work at Hooters, we needed to raise some money to buy some presents. So we sold a bunch of shit on eBay. You know what sold the most money? Like 10x of all the other bullshit that we sold was her old Hooters uniforms. Like those fuckers went for like 200, $300 a pop. And I was like, some weird motherfuckers out here, but I need to buy a PlayStation. All right.
You see a lot of girls wearing Hooters uniforms for Halloween, so maybe that's it. I don't know. I'm trying to help you
That's
out
a
here,
pretty
so.
low effort costume, don't you think? Like Halloween is the night that you turn into a slut, you know? Like why would you wear the Hooters, you know what I mean? Like you're supposed to take a normal an honest profession and turn her into a complete whore. The Hooters girl is already wearing something revealing, you know? Like
Yeah, what if what if someone goes as like a conservative Hooters waitress though?
I don't know.
It's like a Hooters turtleneck.
Yes, yeah. Well, the last time that I went to a Hooters, I got the pregnant waitress. I was like, oh, this is great.
Oh.
She's wearing a full t-shirt and like sweatpants. I was like, all right. Do you know how Hooters got
I'm gonna be honest.
Oh. I got to tell you one more story. Some guy was like, what do you mean I can't bring my kid into this strip club? That's how Hooters was started.
That was Adam LaRoche, by the way.
Yeah. Alex Moreno or John Daly. Alex Moreno for 2. Trevor Lawrence has better hair than me. Trevor Lawrence has better hair than everybody.
Yes, Trevor Lawrence has better hair than all of us, man.
Yeah.
Like if me and 5 Points combined hair and used cloning technology, we would still have worse hair than Trevor Lawrence.
That is one sexy woman. Trevor Lawrence. David Benjamin for 5.
I don't know who that.
Go ahead.
Right. I was gonna say, so you know how that girl on Twitter or whatever it was took pictures like dressed as Trevor Lawrence because she looks so much like him.
Yes.
I don't know if that's a bigger insult to the girl or to Trevor Lawrence, or maybe to both.
Don't you think that she's kind of attractive? She kind of has a banging body, you know. Like she's not ugly.
Yeah.
But it's weird because then
no, definitely not.
If you were a big Trevor Lawrence fan and you also wanted to try to get with her, like it would be weird. You'd be like, oh, I'm kind of. It's like you ever have a buddy who's had a hot sister, but she kind of looked like your buddy, and you're just like, I'm gonna do this, but I'm not gonna enjoy it. That's.
Yeah, totally.
We've all been there. We've all been there.
Yep.
David Benjamin for 5. Just listen to Stefanski's press conference. Same old shit. The Browns are a cursed anomaly, being this terrible for this long. Also, LOL Ravens. Yeah, the Ravens gave much joy to all the other AFC North squads. The
They
Browns
played like shit.
Yeah. I don't know how much of the blame is on Lamar. Lamar was off, don't get me wrong, but
It's everybody, dude. The defense did nothing but talk shit and got burned by Derrick Henry. Nobody played well.
I don't think anybody has an answer for Derrick Henry in this league. When he's going to play big man like that, that is just the only way to slow him down is to hurt him.
Or just throw Earl Thomas at him and he'll stiff arm him twice.
Yeah,
We're going to start Derrick Henry. I'll
Just
tackle him.
unfortunate
No, you
blocker.
can't, Earl. Just stop.
Thomas was blocking for Derrick Henry on that one play.
He got turned around.
He's like, no, you're on my team now.
I don't know if you ever seen the movie Ninja Scroll. Have you ever seen that? It's an anime.
I have.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's the dude that's like huge. He's made out of rock and he just picks people up and tosses them. That's Derrick Henry to me. He's just fucking amazing. I just want to see him pick up smaller defenders and throw them. Like, I want to see that. I have to see it.
Starting this week against the Chiefs, hopefully.
Oh my gosh, the Chiefs are in fucking trouble. I don't care what you say. Like, that is a
The
dream
defense
matchup.
has issues. That's the problem. Chris Jones has been iffy, and they've lost their best safety. So they're going to have to gun it on offense, and the Texans' defense has been pretty stout.
Yeah.
I think the Chiefs will pull it out because I think the NFL wants to rig everything and make it Chiefs-Packers because fuck us all, but they'll have some trouble.
I don't know about that. I don't think it's that rigged. I think that Derrick Henry is just so fucking good, man. He's really good. He's a very large man. All right, you start with Alex.
Let's do Alex Moreno. Song of the Week, My Way by Limp Bizkit.
I did it my way.
I wish it was that version. Isaac Foot for 5. What'd you guys think of LSU celebrating their national title with the famous Pep 2 neck and glorious suck that tiger dick bitch chant? You got to get Joe Burrow smoking cigars in the locker room.
Yeah. I saw the best tweet about Joe Burrow was that it referred to him as he's the biggest tough guy who looks like he should be a pussy. That's pretty much Joe Burrow summed up in one tweet.
He has the face of a 12-year-old and the body of a grown man.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
He looks like the heir of some billionaire.
Could be, yeah.
The hair and the baby face. I think Joe Burrow would benefit from growing a beard, but I'm just not sure he can.
I don't think it's possible. I don't think he's
like
got the beard game down like that. It's so you're saying he looks like Barron Trump if Barron Trump could play quarterback for and we're
a little bit. There's a little Don Jr. too.
Yeah, a little Don Jr. who actually my friend makes Photoshops for fun. Don Jr. retweeted his Magalorian Photoshop. That's at Big Hurt Rocks, by the way.
That's wild.
Yeah, he does it all on his phone too. Like I was a graphic designer and I learned Photoshop, and Brent just does it all on his phone in like 10 seconds. It's kind of amazing. All right, keep her going, Tresif.
I will do. Let's go with Alex Moreno for 2. LSU head coach is just Farmer Fran. Lol, I love his voice.
Yeah, Ed Orgeron is probably
Ed Orgeron, the tall tales that they will tell.
Yes. That's all I hear when he's talking. Like, you kind of need an interpreter for him. You're just like, well, we weren't playing so well the first half, and then we just sticking my fucking big old tiger dick in their ass, and then that's basically it. You know, I you know what? As an Auburn fan, I hate LSU, but I'm very happy that they beat Dabo Swinney in his fucking mouth. You know, I wonder what he had.
Just 4, baby.
I fell asleep because the game didn't end till fucking midnight. And did Dabo thank God for that loss? too when he was done? Was he like,
No,
thank you,
God
God?
is only responsible for the victories.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
We gotta talk about how long these games are.
yeah, well,
They can
every
flip
Game took forever.
in them. That's all.
yeah, I was out of energy. I just fell asleep. I'd been traveling all day. I was I fell asleep. I knew LSU was gonna win, but I was done. I was done.
I don't know how you guys watch sports on the East Coast.
What do you
I
mean?
I'm a night
I
owl,
simply
so
don't
I'm
understand
good.
it.
You
What
know
about you,
what?
Adam? How do you do it?
How do I watch sports?
Starting at the primetime game, starting at 8:30. It started at 5:30 for me. I can do that, and I even get sleepy at the end of that game. I was tired. I don't know how you do it over there.
I just fall asleep, and then when I wake up, I can catch the highlights on instantly on the interwebs. All I have to do is
Supposed
prepare
to.
to be semi-educated for one day out of the week, and that's today. Right? And then if I forget something, I just let Tree fucking get my back. That's how it works. I'm a fraud. That's what it is. I don't watch all the games. Now, sometimes my wife bitches at me. She's like, "You're gonna really watch football?" I was like, "This is kind of my job." And she's like,
Exactly.
"Mm-hmm, mm-hmm."
You have to be prepared, buddy.
That's right. That's right. I just don't want to watch This Is Us on its or spring season premiere. Fuck that shit. Starring Brandon Perna. All right, keep it going.
Uh-huh. Yep, Jason Thompson for 5. Hey guys, the man they call Cobra here. Hoping to hear you guys while bowling in my league. Team is the Long Dick of the Law, or LDOTL. Love you guys. And I hope you roll a good game tonight, Jason.
I like how his name is Cobra.
Cobra.
That's how you got to introduce yourself when you go anywhere. You got to be like, "Hey, my name's Adam, but they call me Cobra." And then you put your sunglasses on. You're like, it's dark and there's no lights on in here, but
80s synth in the background.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They call me Cobra. Yeah, Cobra, you got to move your car. It's double parked.
The Squid for 5. In our quest to achieve full read, it appears we've come across a far greater power. A power beyond all comprehension. We've achieved full O'Brien. Yes. I mean, he's become... we've blessed into some new memes. The Texans are a meme now.
The Texans are pathetic.
It's horrible. They're wasting Deshaun Watson, and I fucking hate it because I love Deshaun Watson.
Do you follow Brett Coleman at all?
Yes, he had a fucking meltdown, too.
Yeah.
That's the first person I thought of. I was like, oh, yeah, isn't that guy a big Texans fan?
You know what pisses me off a little bit is that Brett and I DM all the time, but he doesn't follow me. That's like a big fucking insult.
Sometimes they're like that, dude. I have talked to him on Twitter every now and again. Not on DMs, but like in like...
And then Barry McCockiner, I can DM Barry now all the time. He follows Brandon Perna, but not me. I'm like, what?
He doesn't follow me. I don't give a shit.
Well, he doesn't know who you are. He doesn't care who Urinating Tree is, but he should at least follow me.
Of course not, dude. Well, you're the one who stuck his dick out to invite him, man.
Yeah.
I'm just some dude. I don't fucking care.
He should follow you. Your Twitter is way better than mine.
All I do is shitpost on there and have meltdowns over Bill O'Brien and the Packers.
Why do you care so much? Why do you care? All right. We fucked up, by the way. There was a $50 Snapchat that we haven't read that was before the show even started, but it was $49.99. I'm gonna read it now, even though we're half an hour into the show. But still, you don't have to wait another half hour for us to finally get down to shit that started when the show did. All right, Third Degree Top Gun for $49.99. So it's been a while, and in that time, my Pats dynasty died, and I'm rooting for the team who killed it to win the Super Bowl because why not? Mackey Arena is the place where top 10 teams go to lose. Boiler up. And when is Tree going to show us the romper? Well, he already did the romper.
I did the romper last week, buddy. It's
that's
on, I think it's like a minute 11 in on the last vid.
An hour and 11 in. Not a minute.
Hour 11. Sorry.
Yes, and then I played it at the end. So go back to the recap, which I was able to successfully monetize, by the way.
We monetized that, but we lost monetization for the last 4.
Yeah.
And it's me wearing a romper, really. We got monetized for that. What the fuck?
You sang
Fat guy in a little coat. We should have been claimed because apparently the algorithm thinks that's a copyrighted song or some shit.
Yeah. Hold on, Kevin. We'll get to you when we talk more, when we get another Titans snapper chat. Okay. We got a resident Titan fan here that has just been waiting all fucking weekend to fucking.
Dude, all this guy did
off.
was be pessimistic and talk shit about his own team for weeks, and now he's going to be pumping his dick out because they're actually legitimate when, guess what? They've been on fire for the past month and a half.
I gotta ask you, Will, when the Broncos last won the Super Bowl, were you completely pessimistic the entire Super Bowl run, or were you talking shit?
No.
How?
No, I don't really talk shit. I'm generally an optimistic type of fan, which, you know, I really shouldn't be. There's no reason for me to be optimistic because my two other teams are the Colorado Rockies and the Sacramento Kings. So
My condolences.
not a lot of optimism to be had. But no, you know, I've told this story before, not to you, obviously, but I had a vision before their first playoff game in 2015 that they were going to win the Super Bowl. So I was assured that it was going to happen. It was a long road to get there, but my vision proved to be correct. And when you know something's going to happen and you're that at peace with it, there's no reason to talk shit to anyone except for Patriots fans. They can fuck themselves.
I agree.
Chiefs fan.
That's right. Or Chiefs fan. That's right. Where were we? I jumped in. I think you were at the squid tree.
Yes, I was at the squid.
Now, one thing I wanted to wait, hold on before you say that. I did want to. The reason why I asked you that is because I think during most Super Bowl runs, you're nervous as a fan. Like you're very uneasy unless it's like one of those runs where you just know your team is gonna fuck everyone up, like the Giants in 87, where it was just kind of predetermined that they were gonna fucking stomp all over the Broncos. But ever since the parity in the league, like there's no team that's just run through and been like, oh yeah, they're the surefire winner. You know, I don't know.
I'm going to say, you know, I think about this all the time because most Super Bowl champions have at least one playoff game where it kind of comes down to luck or it's an either-or game. And there's only a handful of instances where I think a team just cruised to a Super Bowl victory. And I think the quintessential one that you can point out is the 85 Bears. They just – I don't think any team's dominated like them. And maybe it's a different story if the Dolphins beat the Patriots in the AFC Championship game and we get that rematch. Definitely would have been a more entertaining Super Bowl, but they've had the most dominating run. The Giants, like you said, and you know who was actually really close to having a dominating run was the 2016 Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah.
And then 28-3 happened, and it was
cruise past the Packers, and we're up 28-3. And if they could have kept it there, they would have blown out 3 straight teams on the way to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. And they didn't.
And now they have never recovered.
Point.
Yeah. They could have just added it up. Look, we're up 3 possessions in the fourth quarter. There's no way they can come back. All we have to do is knee. That was the funnest video. That was the most fun. Like, y'all don't know this. I assigned that video to Will thinking that I needed him to do the research, and I started just writing the intro, and I was like, fuck it. I'm just going to write the whole video.
Oh.
And, like, in an hour later, I was done. Like, it just came to me. Like, so once I did the math, yeah.
I just found out something pretty surprising. Luke Kuechly just retired.
What?
Wow.
Yeah. Just happened a few minutes ago.
Wow. Holy shit. What a day for sports, right? Alex Cora gets fired. Houston fires.
Last couple days, dude.
Yeah. The last couple days in sports have been amazing. Joe Burrow smokes a cigar. AB throws a bag of dicks at his baby mama.
Yeah, I mean, at least you got mailed a bag of gummy dicks as a joke. He bought it deliberately.
Yeah.
What the hell?
I still have an extra bag of dicks.
I'm thinking, like, how long has he had those bag of dicks?
I think they would probably be stiff by now. What you think?
Maybe he liked that. Maybe he's trying to create another child with him.
Yep. Anyways, all right. The squid. Did you read that one for 5?
Not yet. I did Ryan. I did the squid. It's Ryan Irwin time for 10. Crazy week in Houston. EDP killed another toilet. Jets post inappropriate video. Ravens implode. And I don't know what else to say. The most disturbing thing about the Jets vid was that they have a TikTok account.
That video was also hilarious, by the way.
That was like weird. It's just like, oh, girl dances and she just poops out football. It's like, what the
was so well done. I have to hand it to them. I don't know how many takes they took, but you got to hand it to whoever took that video. And then, was that quarterback Sam Darnold? Was that actually him?
Probably.
I thought it was like a coach or an intern or something, but I don't know what it was, but it was fucking hilarious. I was like,
someone tweeted that was the girl that gave Sam Darnold mono, and I was like, yeah, probably.
All right, hold on. Jets TikTok, because we're gonna watch this.
The girl had a tight little bod, though.
Here it is. It's in the background here. Yeah, watch. Here it is. Hut. There it is. And that, I think that is Sam Darnold. Let's rewind it. Yeah, it looks like Sam Darnold. And that's who he got mono from. And he probably got got E. coli from her too.
I got salmonella.
That's what happens when you do a little eating of the salad, tossing of the salad, right? Get a little salmonella right there.
I don't know what that means.
It's a little more than salmonella.
You never eaten ass? Is what you're saying? Okay. Well, ladies, Will Keys does not eat ass.
These are the hard-hitting questions I wanted to answer.
Yeah, he wanted me to ask Barry. You're like, all right, Barry, do you eat ass or not? Yeah. Come on. Let's find it out.
It's a yes or no question, Barry.
Yeah. There's no, I kind of eat ass. No, that's not a.
No.
You don't kind of eat it. All right, Alex Moreno for $4.99. How the hell are the Titans this overcoming? My Oilers jersey will be put to good use. R.I.P. Steve McNair. This is for you, man. And Eddie George. All right, let's bring on Kevin because this is the appropriate time to talk.
Oh, boy.
All right, Kevin.
Uh-oh. Here comes the optimism. Get ready, boys.
Here's your minute.
Get ready, boys.
All right. What did you see in that game?
Possibly one of either the greatest choke jobs or one of the greatest defensive schemes ever devised to stop another human being. You know, remember
the Chargers did it last year too.
Yeah, but you also remember the Detroit Pistons back in the 80s, what they called the Jordan rules.
Yeah.
I think they basically did a variation like that. Basically, okay, we're going to take away your tight ends, which was the receiving or the core that was basically getting all the passing yardage. We're going to try and make you beat us outside the numbers. If you can't do that, then you're fucked. We're also going to take away your zone reads, because considering, as I heard on the radio, they're not the zone reads that you see with the Ravens use are not really zone reads. They're really designed runs for Lamar Jackson.
Well, they outsmarted them. Yeah.
Yeah, basically, whenever Lamar tried to do anything out of that zone read, there's always one or two guys coming at him, whether he had the ball or not. Yeah. And it's basically, we don't trust that we don't trust that Mark Ingram was healthy enough to try and tote the rock all game long. And they were right. He only got like 6 carries for 22 yards.
Well, yeah, that, and they got ahead of him. That was the big thing. They got out in front and they took the running game kind of out of it, so that
it's the second time that Tannehill has less than 100 yards, but yet he's still instrumental.
Yeah, well, he threw for 2, rushed for 1, and Derrick Henry fucking threw for a touchdown. Like, that was
Derrick Henry literally did everything else.
Right.
But to go to Tree's point that I'm not very optimistic, I always feel like if I get a little bit of optimism in that week, they'll lose. They will lose that game. I was a little bit optimistic when they were going into Nashville to face the Texans. I went to that game, and the Texans somehow routed. Well, not really routed them, but they controlled the game and they couldn't really get their footing out of that one.
Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be a good game. Control yourself. I think it's a very narcissistic thing to think that your mental state controls the outcome of a football game, by the way.
Hey, it's surprised about superstitions, dude.
Yeah, that's what it practically is. You'd be surprised about that. But then again,
all right. What you perceive as reality, Kevin. That's right. All right, well.
What if it is? What if it isn't?
Back to pleasuring yourself in Nashville. I'm sure it's a fun week this week, but you got another game to win, and I'm not going to say anything to you directly. All right.
Please beat the Chiefs for the love of God.
All right.
I fucking hope so. All right.
Thanks for checking in. Later.
Peace out, brother.
See, that's how you do it. You come in, you have some salient points about the game, and you deliver, and then you eject when it's time. Perfect. Very good, Kevin. A lot of F's in the chat for Luke Kuechly.
For Kuechly.
7 seasons.
Damn.
Next, Christian McCaffrey's going to fucking retire.
Oh, don't say that.
Think about it this way. You've lost Kuechly. You've lost Ron Rivera. Cam's probably going to be gone. Greg Olsen could retire. Thomas Davis left last year. And then Peppers is, I think, gone. So this is the end of an era.
I said him Julian, but it's Julius Peppers.
Julian, I'm sorry.
No, Luke Kuechly. So Twitter's blowing up during the show. All right.
Oh yeah, it was like Andrew Luck in August, man. It's like, holy shit.
Let's try to get to the Snapchats that started when the show started. Alex Moreno, $4.99. After yesterday, AB needs to go to jail. Shaking my head. Well, that's I get it. He's frustrated with an ex, but seriously, in front of your damn kids, what the fuck is wrong with him? Nobody knows what's right with AB right now. He is a train wreck. He is.
That's maybe Mike. Sorry, damn it. Sorry, Mike Tomlin's probably the only person that kept him straight.
I don't think so. I think that his CTE has been brewing for years underneath that.
I think it's a culmination of his past behavior and, well, money, fame, power, and probably a couple hits to the head. Dude's gonna be broke in 5 years.
Oh yeah, dude. You're gonna go into a bar one time and there's just gonna be this fat tub of a human being in the corner, and you're just gonna be like, who the fuck is that? And he'll have like a blonde mustache, and you'll just be like, oh shit, that's Antonio Brown. And he'll just look terrible. Like he'll look like death warmed over. Like he's only gonna look good until like he can't play football anymore, Like he's gonna turn into one of those like Shaquille is now, just a big blob of a person when he no longer has anything to work out for. It's hard to believe, but he'll
maybe
crazy.
You can probably see it. Look at Charles Barkley, man.
Yeah, maybe he should. No, never mind. I was gonna say something really insensitive.
Those looks about the same.
All right, Alex Moreno, $1.99. 2017 Dodgers are in the box with the 94 Expos now. No.
Dodgers had their chance.
Yeah, but I tweeted this today. The problem with baseball is you got to catch someone in the act. Like you can't take away a home run, even though the guy could be cheating and the bat could explode with cork, but he still hit the home run. That's how baseball is. So it is what it is. You can't go back and rewrite history. It's not like that Little League World Series where they cheated. Didn't they strip them of that Little League World Series?
I think so, yeah.
I don't know.
That
Danny Almonte.
Danny Almonte? Yeah.
No, there was the one that
you have to
team.
assume every Little League team is cheating in some way.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I feel like Little League is it's the breeding ground for cheaters, really.
You're right.
If those coaches find so many ways to cheat. I was on a Little League team playing against another team who would switch their pitcher's jersey so they could pitch him like in 3 games in a row. First of all, that's child abuse. Second of all,
destroy their shoulders and elbows.
Exactly. Yeah, it's like what are you trying to gain here? The kid's his arm's gonna fall off of his body at age 12. And you're not even the best team in the league.
So we played against West Springfield. We were Central Springfield, and we had to play against West Springfield. And West Springfield had so many kids that they had to have 2 teams. And basically, the rules state, oh, they are supposed to be equally balanced. No, there was a team which they stacked with like Brendan McCullers, who was 6'8", I think, at the age of 12. And all the A kids, and then they had the B team with all these scrubs that you would just annihilate. And you'd be like, oh, I see what's going on here, Fucking West Springfield. Assholes. They would beat us like
Shelbyville.
Yep, Shelbyville. That's who they were. We were Central Springfield.
Masters from Shelbyville.
I should do a video, Little League's most cheatingest moments.
Yes,
there's a video idea.
There we go. Hold on, let me put it. Let me put
Get
it
to
in
have
my
mine
notes.
in the top 5 though.
Actually, when it's the Little League World Series, I'll do Little League's most cheatingest moments. Oh, I'm sure I'll get some flack for that. And also,
go for it.
That the Chicago team did get stripped of their title, but like you don't like if you cheat on your girlfriend, you don't unfuck all those people you cheated. You still remember all the fuckings. Like those kids still believe that they're the champions. So I don't know what the idea of stripping their title does. They won it on the field. If I were that,
the thing is too, the MLB wouldn't want to do it because they would, just be able to sweep it under the rug and not have to talk about it 50 years down the road. It's like, oh, why is this World Series stripped? And then they'd have to explain, oh yeah, they stole signals and they used a fancy code system to cheat. Yeah. They don't want to do that.
What's a bigger shame is that there was no fucking World Series in 1994. That's a bigger shame.
Oh, of course. That was a travesty.
Mm-hmm. That's bullshit.
Of course. Yeah.
Beast of Metal 1989. Sorry, I'm going on to the next. Derrick Henry is truly the real-world embodiment of Berlioz, the #1 original, and the Ravens D was the hapless force of low-tier mechs that got scrapped by him in the intro cutscene to Armored Core 4. Yeah, pretty much. Yep. Mm-hmm. Derrick Henry is a fucking beast. Also, the Titans defense Kenny Vaccaro was everywhere. He was playing like he was back on the Saints. Like that's how good he was playing. He was
awesome. Logan Ryan's awesome. Kevin Byard, even though Deion Sanders has no idea who that guy is, he's terrific. The Texans really do have a weak secondary, and I think the Chiefs are able to exploit that. But the Titans really are a much better matchup for that Chiefs offense. I don't know if it's going to matter in the long run, but I think we'll see a tighter game because they have guys like Logan Ryan. Even without Malcolm Butler, they've got the horses to run with them for the most part.
It's either going to be a super tight defensive, like bleed them down contest where it's like 14-13, like somehow, or an absolute shootout. Like I can see Tennessee hanging with Kansas City with scoring because Kansas City's defense is still really suspect. And I just don't see any team that wants to tackle Derrick Henry right now for any reason. Like he is playing out of his mind. Yeah. And you see the second half too against these teams. They're just like, oh fuck, man, fuck that dude. They just don't want to see him. This is gonna be one of the best playoff games probably in a long time, and I'm really looking forward to it. Alex Moreno for $1.99 for my birthday. I hope Ryan Getzlaff tears is like, oh wow.
Oh, that's a little risque.
Yeah, we don't.
I mean, Ryan Getzlaff is not like he's kind of an asshole to the West Coast teams, but Jesus, Terralike.
Yeah, I mean, come on. We don't wish injury on people. He's already slow enough. Damn.
Yeah, like I mean, if you want to do something, just risk like a vague lower body injury. Take him out for a week or two, not tear his whole leg. Come on.
Speaking of lower body injuries, and I got to go after this question for you guys. But what do you think? On the topic of lower body injuries, what do you think about Mike Vrabel saying that he's now not going to cut his dick off if he wins the Super Bowl? Is that some kind of jinx now?
It's a cop
maybe.
Out. Yeah.
Pussy.
Yeah, at least you have to have it surgically amputated. I don't think you need to like get a pair of scissors and do it yourself or anything. Or I don't know, probably like hedge clippers would be
You don't think
cleaner.
having it cut off and then thrown by the side of the road and then found a couple hours later and then sewed back on is the way to go, a la John Wayne Bobbitt? You don't think that?
Suppose so, yeah.
I mean, science has already proven that you can have your dick removed, have it thrown in a ditch, found, and then reattached a bunch of hours later. Like,
at that point, don't you just want a new dick? Especially like,
yeah, that one's been used. You
come
know,
up with
it's
a
like,
bigger
come
dick.
on, right? But it's your dick. You know, like you want your dick. You just need to call up your buddy Antonio
Maybe,
Brown.
yeah.
He's got plenty of dicks in a bag somewhere, and you just pop one of his on, as long as it's the right color.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. I guess so.
Oh.
All right, well, I gotta sign off.
All right.
But thank you again
Thanks
so
for
much for
joining
having me, and I can't wait for the next video, and I hope I can come back soon.
Yes. When's my script? When am I gonna get my script?
11:59 p.m.
Tonight? Oh.
Western time.
Western
Pacific.
time. All right. Yeah.
Western
You
time.
Western time. So
All right,
3 in the
see you guys
morning.
later.
All right.
Peace out, brother.
Yeah.
Later.
Okay, see ya. Thanks for having me.
There's Will Keys, everyone.
All right.
All right.
Nice.
James Amadei for 2. Over under Joe Burrow 4 years in the NFL. I'm gonna take the over.
I'll take
Even
the
if
over,
he's bad,
too.
someone's gonna see that potential and be like, all right, he can be a backup. You know?
Yeah. I mean, I'm more worried about the Bengals fucking him up, but
I think he had more talent around him than he was getting a lot more credit for him being him. He had a lot of talent around him. He had Randy Moss's kid was catching passes from him, you know? And what's the other guy? Clay, number 1? I don't know. Dude,
Yeah.
they were fucking everywhere last night. And really nobody stopped him all year. Only Auburn really gave him any defensive trouble. And they beat Auburn pretty easily. So there you go. Alex Moreno Baldy, I'm sorry about NYG. I offer my condolences. Yeah, we hired Joe Judge. And then
you're skinning the Patriots alive, and he's doing the same cliches a lot of people do.
I think they want to tank some more. I think they're just like, all right, I think tanking is the thing. That's why they brought in Gettleman. They're like, all right, we got to trust the process. And
still better than McDaniels, though. So
yeah. I thought that Matt Rule was their guy, and he played him. Because
problem was Matt Rule gave him an option to match the contract, but they didn't want to pay $60 million for 7 years.
Yeah, well, that's fucking the Panthers' problem. The Panthers were dead set on having him, so under normal circumstances he'd be the coach. But they, sometimes somebody comes in and swoops your girl, steal your girl. All right, read Beast Metal.
I Beast of Metal for 10. Fuck it. I'm going to watch the Pens game. But if the Wild actually lead the Pens by more than 1 goal at any point, I'm taking a page from Charles Penn's book and turning it off.
I wouldn't do that.
He doesn't have to do that yet. Pens are leading 4-1.
You gotta take a page from my buddy who turned off the Texans game thinking that when they were up 24-0, that was it.
You gotta keep watching that shit, man.
Imagine if you were getting on a plane and they were up 24-0, right?
Then you gotta land. It's like, what the fuck?
Right, you come back and it's 51-31, and you're like,
what? That's probably what happened to a few people. Speaking of which, the Minnesota Wild are playing 5 defensemen because of a clerical error. They dressed a guy who they said was scratched, and they had to send him off the ice.
So they're running 2.5 lines. Holy shit, that's terrible. Yeah. Oh.
5 defensemen, baby. Alex Moreno for 2. My Rams have made a few bad coaching picks. Not as of late, but in the past, yeah. You had Mr. 7 and 9 in the background there.
Jeff Fisher. You also drafted Sam Bradford number 1 overall. That was
he had potential. He just kept getting injured. Greg Robinson 2nd overall. That's a bigger
he would
bump.
have games where he'd put up like 350, 4 touchdowns, and then his knee would just fall apart.
Alex Moreno for 2. Steve Ken's my mom and my cousins all said hi. Hey, guys.
What's up, Kens? How's it going? Steve, still working there. Dan McGuire no longer says hi to us because he moved. Maybe Mark. Maybe Mark.
Niles Ayer for 5.
Damn,
Rod Renicky season, baby. Also, how come the most successful coach in Houston got fired and Bill O'Brien still has a job? Well, because the Astros wanted to save face with MLB, and Bill O'Brien has near immunity because his owner doesn't give a fuck and is complacent with mediocrity.
Trust me, if there's cheating, like when I did the story about Albert Bell and corking his bat, like Mike Hargrove knew that Albert Bell was corking his bat, right? Like if you're the manager, you know these kind of things. If a guy's production jumps, after just simply switching a bat, like you want to win. You're the manager. So I think that those guys were so involved in this that it's pretty easy to out them. And I don't think it took but a couple phone calls and a couple honest interviews to find out that AJ Hinch and the GM were accessories to all this. So complicit. Complicit is the word I was looking for. Accessories could work too. All right.
I'll keep on going.
Yeah.
We did Niles Ayer. Beast of Metal 1989 for 20. Breaking. NASCAR fan base dissolves into civil war after iRacing stars are given own media day. Opinion. NASCAR is doing a disservice to the ARCA and modified divisions by pushing yet another hip, yuppie-friendly fad over them. iRacing has some decent stuff, but...
Is iRacing like Formula E where you can like text boost for these guys, or is it...
No, it's like a sim racing league.
Oh, really? So it's like
iRacing's like a video game. It's like Fortnite. It's like...
no shit.
Yeah, it's like the NFL doing... big thing for Madden and fucking over college.
So it's all in 3D.
It's like them inviting shit posters.
Right.
I mean, not like that, but like,
Sort of. They're trying to connect with the younger people, right? So that
try to make it hip and edgy.
Yes.
I'll have to look that up.
Huh. But the thing is, like, with this virtual racing, I'm sure Denny Hamlin will find his way onto the circuit and smoke people. That's how they do it in NASCAR. Like a driver will race all fucking weekend. Every race. What's the point? Why can't they have a majors and a minors? I should start playing some iRacing.
Yeah.
Yep.
I tried to get into that when I was younger, but didn't really work out.
As soon as you Google
power
something, like a pornographic image comes up, and then you're like, damn it.
Yeah. It's like, nah, sorry.
Yep.
My stick shift is going a little haywire.
Then you're just eye whacking.
Yep. Yeah, it's like, I can't beat off and drive at the same time. It's fucking bullshit. Jared Froman for 5. Jimmy Howard has already been pulled. He allowed 3 goals on 7 shots last 7 minutes, 56 seconds. Jimmy Howard is 215-1 with a 4.1 goals against per game and a .88 save percentage. Release him. No, Detroit has too much loyalty, and they don't have anyone else. Who are they going to start? Fucking Bernier?
Yeah.
Wait, they have Calvin Pickard in now? I forgot Calvin Pickard was still in the league. I remember when he was hot shit, like 3 years ago.
Maybe they'll trade for Georgiev.
Georgiev?
Or
what are you going to take
Coward.
from Detroit, the first round pick?
Yep. As Taylor Phillips calls him, Jimmy Coward. Yep.
That's how it always goes, dude.
Uncultured Barbarian for 5. You can call them fraudulent all you want, but the Packers are still in the NFC Championship game with a rookie head coach and a GM 2 years into a roster flip. I think they are in trouble against the Niners.
The problem is the Seahawks were just as inconsistent as Green Bay was, and they nearly let them win a game.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, you're up 21-3. You should be dominating these guys, yet you let them back in because you can't play a full 60 minutes. And I know people are bitching at me because it's a narrative, but it's true.
Yeah.
That's why I can't take them seriously.
Yeah, they should have stomped Seattle.
Yes, they should have killed them.
Seattle, a team that struggled to beat a beaten up to hell Eagles team, they let hang around the whole game. In fact, Seattle had a chance to take the lead.
Yeah, man, it was Aaron Rodgers bailing him out again. That's what saved him.
Yeah, and a generous spot. Well, you know what?
That was not a.
No, that yellow line was so poorly fucking drawn. Like, come on. No. That was a hot take. Everyone trying to say, "Oh, look at ref ball." I'm like, no. The refs in general, I'll not say this. I'm not going to give the refs too much credit, but I would say that they get the spot of the ball correct, probably 95 to 90, in the 90 percentile.
Could be my eyes playing tricks.
You like
Not that it matters. They probably would have gotten the 4th down conversion anyway.
Are we lagging right now? No, we're good. All right. Keep her going. Cult of
Let's go for Cult of Christensen for 2. Let's go. Someone turned off the full read switch in the second quarter. Also, what will you guys do if the Titans win the Super Bowl?
Ooh. I'll be happy for them. I like the way that this Titans team is playing. They're the only team in the playoffs that's never won a Super Bowl. So, yeah, fine, whatever. End the legacy of failure. I like the way that you got a quarterback that everyone gave up on, a running back that can't be stopped, and a ragtag bunch of defenders that are really have each other's back.
Or like expatriate guys.
Right. They're super likable. Mike Vrabel is a guy who you would call before this year mentally retarded. And now
he kind of is, but he has him dialed in.
Yeah. He's coaching. He's pulling all the right levers.
He's had some huge question marks in terms of play calling, but it's it gets results.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think I would be, I don't know, pleased if they won. Yeah. Pleased.
I'd be okay with it.
Yeah.
And then Houston would keep melting down because guess what?
Yes.
Their old team won a Super Bowl and they're fucked.
Yeah. Well, they won one playoff game that they shouldn't have won against the Bills. And, yeah. I don't know.
They also get their quality playoff loss. Sean Pinkerton for $5.69. Nice. Bill O'Brien should wear a male romper that's 2 sizes too small and writing on the crotch that says, like a 24-0 lead, there she blows. Demonetized.
Yep. There she blows. I think we missed Jared Froman, though, didn't we?
Yes, we did. Jared Froman for 5. My bad. Most surprising stat of the NHL season so far. The Red Wings are 3-0 against Les Canadiens de Montreal. The Canadiens are saying tabarnak right now.
What does tabernacle mean? Like the tabernacle?
It's like a curse word.
Oh.
Or like an exclamation.
Oh, I don't know French. Oh, it's like in Panama, you would say chucha tu madre, which basically means fuck your mother.
It's fuck your mother.
Yeah, but it just chucha doesn't have a meaning in any other like country. It's a uniquely Panamanian cuss word. It's weird. Like if you were to go to Costa Rica and be like chucha tu madre, they'd be like, "What? What are you talking about?"
What'd you say about my mother?
Yes, they'd be like, "What a chucha." And then in some countries, chichis means titties. It's kind of like a word for hooters. Chi-Chi's a celebration of boobs. All right. Dodger of Zion's. I guess we got to unmute her. So all my teams are out. Looks like I'm throwing all my support behind Patty Mahomes. What an absolute shit show. All right. What does that mean? What do you mean by that, Dodge? Come on.
Probably about the game. That would be my guess.
Yeah. Dodge, are you there or are you taking a dump? All right.
Probably is taking a dump.
Take a dump.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Oh, you're echoing now. We got echo. Feedback.
Sorry about that.
Are you in the car?
Like I was about to. No, I'm in the bathroom. My mother's watching TV.
Oh, yeah, that's what we said. We're just taking shit.
So all I got to. So like I was gonna say. Oh, suck that tiger dick, Clemson. Fuck you. I had to get that out of my system. Sorry.
That's fine. From the South Carolina fan that you are. That's right. Suck that tiger dick. Okay.
So,
You feel better now?
Clemson was the giver. I will say that.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
that game is going to be uploaded to Gamecock Pornhub for the next 3 years. that was a big that made Baltimore losing hurt a little less.
Yeah.
Because the Ravens are my AFC team, and watching them just completely roll over and die, that killed me a little bit inside.
So wait a minute. Your NFC team is the Eagles, and your AFC team is the Ravens. Why are we all friends? I don't get this.
What the fuck? The Ravens?
Yeah.
The Dolphins were my childhood team, and I still have a little soft spot for them.
All right. Well,
I think Tree's world is completely blown right now.
Yeah.
All right, and I have a. Can I drop a couple announcements before I get the hook? Well, first of all, I'm having a very special afterburn tonight. As soon as the dumpster fire is over, and if you're a subscriber, there's a big surprise waiting for you when we start the stream. And secondly, Monday afternoon, during most of the day, I will be doing a charity stream in honor of the Martin Luther King Jr. Day of Service. Charity to be determined, but everything will be going to charity on Monday. So
okay.
So I'll have more details forthcoming, but I will be doing a Pokemon Nuzlocke stream for charity on Monday.
Wow. Okay.
It's Pokemon Emerald, randomized.
All right.
So thank you, gentlemen, for having me on, and fuck you, Clemson. See you next year. Good night, y'all.
All right. Then Dabo. Dabo said it was all God's fault that they lost. Mm-hmm.
God's an asshole, isn't he?
Yeah, he just doesn't let you win every year. Mm-hmm. All right, Zach Berman for 5. What would I have to do to get on a dumpster fire with y'all? Message me on Twitter. I think I'm gonna limit it to 1 go from now on of the shoot your shot, because it's just so many people want to get on. I know this sounds crazy. I don't know why. How many fucking people want to get on, but we got to order people. And if I let everyone on and then everyone comes on every show, then we'll be here till fucking 11 o'clock, which I can't do, even though it's only a minute. But I've got other things to do during the day. I know I'm a shit poster for a living, but you know, today I didn't even get all the production that I wanted to. You know, done.
Like I assembled a grill today.
Oh,
so
really?
That was fun.
Yeah. Will went and saw a movie, you know, and I was working all day. I had a new Dr. Squatch promo that I put together. By the way, Dr. Squatch, the soap, fucking amazing.
Very nice.
Yeah. I was like, oh, you ever get a sponsor and you're just like, oh yeah, I'll just fucking rep this shit. I'm sure it's just crap, you know. I don't ever really think like that, but sometimes you're like, all right, I'll just do it. But I was pleasantly surprised by how good the soap was, especially on my taint.
Ooh, you're always special about the taint.
Yeah, you got to show your perineum some love. All right. Zach, just message me on Twitter, okay? And I'll see what we can do. I think I'm going to try to get this guy that's been asking for a while to come on tonight. Kevin Sika for 5. Fuck the Giants. Stop stealing our coaches. Enjoy Patrick Graham and enjoy his 0 blitzes on 3rd and 20. Fins up. Yeah, we stole the Dolphins.
Yeah, defensive coordinator.
Yeah,
because he was a Patriot.
And watch the Giants go out. See, you got to hire expatriate players. That's the trend now. Should have hired Willie Rowe for some shit. Or fucking Adam.
No, what you should have hired Randy Moss. He has that expatriate mentality, and he's a star.
Yeah. Or we should let Adam Vinatieri retire and somehow make him the head coach. He just looks like a coach.
Make Tom Brady the head coach.
Right, yeah. Tom Brady.
He's learned enough from Bill Belichick. Maybe Bill Belichick's like a starfish. You cut off his hand, and later grows another Bill Belichick.
I don't think Tom Brady could be a coach. Tom Brady seems like he wants to sell his TB12 method and be in a announcer booth somewhere and say really awkward shit.
Yeah.
Spencer Young for 20. This loss makes the Vikings 30th playoff loss. But hey, at least we got axed both. At least we axed both our coordinators. Think the Vikings will be worth giving a frick about next year? Probably going to be a
I feel like it's
going
to be more of the same.
Yeah. You did win a playoff
That's the problem.
game. You won a playoff game. I mean, you were outmatched against the Niners. It was just bad.
Nobody expected anything out of them, so I guess it was successful in some regard.
You know,
you didn't deserve a congrats vid.
Right. You paid all that money to Kirk Cousins and he won you a playoff game.
Yep.
So.
You embarrassed the Saints.
That's true. You should not have beaten the Saints.
Well, of course, because the Saints played like shit and have no one to blame but themselves.
No one to blame.
And had no answers for the defense.
Yep. Over on the NFC, no wild card teams are left, are they?
Yeah, I think they're all out.
Yep. Out. Skylar Smith. Being a Chiefs fan, I literally tore globs of my hair out and lost my voice before we even scored. Still hungover, but excited / scared of the Titans. I'm telling you, you got to be scared of the Titans, man. No team in the NFL, that is the one poison. No team in the NFL is built to stop Derrick Henry. None of them.
At this point, I'm glad the Titans made the playoffs over the Steelers because the Steelers would have gotten their asses beat in the first round.
Oh, yeah.
They would not have done what the Titans are doing.
Oh, my gosh. The Titans, dude, they've beaten the defending champs. They beat the #1 seed. And they might take down the team that was in the AFC. That was an overtime.
If they beat the Chiefs, they'll have beaten the 1, 2, 3, and 4 consecutive.
So they would have had the hardest road to the playoffs, basically, and beating the defending champs while they're at it. Kind of reminds me of the 2011-2012 Giants. They had to beat the division winner, then they had to beat the defending champ Packers. And then they had to beat the Niners, who were the #2 seed. And then they had to beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl.
More of the 07 Giants. You know, they look dead in the water, then come back and play with fire. Same as the 05 Steelers.
Yeah.
A little bit of those teams. The only difference is you have a quarterback that comes out of nowhere and just lights up the damn planet.
Yeah. Eli. Some guy named Eli Manning.
Yeah.
Never heard of him.
He did okay.
Yeah, he was all right. Had an okay career. Alex Moreno, what happens for the Walrus this year? I assume he's talking about Andy Reid.
Andy Reid. I don't think he's got anything's going to happen to him.
Yeah, if the Titans advance, like, come on. He's like, look, fucking Derrick Henry, dude. And Ryan Tannehill. Ryan Tannehill's playing out of his mind.
Yeah, they'll call it like a luck thing probably. Nothing big there.
Yeah, I think he's fine. He's still Andy Reid. He's a great coach. You know what?
The only problem with Andy Reid is he can't adjust and doesn't really know defense, but he can manage an offense.
Hey, he's doing what he did in Philly, in Kansas City, making AFC Championship games, and who knows what happens. But that Philly team was always in the NFC Championship game. They only won one of them. Thug Kings 25 for Australian $5. Is that right? Australian right there?
Looks like Australian, yeah.
Yeah. By the way, before we get into this, the fires in Australia have been terrible, and the whole world's thinking about you down under, and it's been terrible. The animals dying, and luckily there's not much human loss, but man, it's sad to see
it's nature loss, dude.
Yeah, because koalas are
and property loss.
Yeah, property loss.
Koalas and kangaroos, dude.
Yeah, you don't want to lose everything that you own in a fire. Yeah, you're still alive, but it's devastating to think that you would be, out of your home from. They don't even know how it started, do they?
I heard it might be arson, or like just somebody doing stupid things with fire. But
fuck, you light an entire country on fire. Like, what the fuck, man? But yeah, we're all
because sometimes those things happen randomly because of alcohol controlled burn that goes haywire. That could always happen because of that too.
Yeah, burning typically it's good for the environment. Like when a forest, like part of a forest burns down, a lot of people are saying arson. The environment usually springs back because the ash is like really good fertilizer and like it's. But yeah, this is not what they want. It's bad. All right, which is more likely to happen in 2020? John Boy and or Brett Coleman appearing on the TDF, or James Nolan selling Knicks? John Boy doesn't know who we are and probably wouldn't respond to my DMs. I could ask Brett, but Brett is not great at responding.
Isn't Brett like partnered with SB Nation? What's their like issue or like their thing with, you know, independent shit posters?
What do you mean, Brett?
I mean, like in terms of interviewing, because Brett's part of SB Nation, right?
I think he has some capacity with them, but SB Nation will take videos that independent creators create and put them on their websites. Like Set the Edge, like that's how he got his big break. Was he did a video on George Kittle, and SB Nation reposted it, and it blew up. So I don't know what Brett does with SB Nation, but Brett's much smarter than both of us when it comes to film and analyzing shit. We just shit post. Brett actually posts. All right,
but what's the point of posting without shit?
I don't know what that is. You mean make an actual thoughtful video that doesn't shit on somebody else?
Thoughtful video? What the fuck?
I cannot control myself. Like, you could tell me to do a book report on fucking Silas Marner, and there's no way that I couldn't throw shade at Silas at some point, you know? I think if
I'll report The Catcher in the Rye, like Holden Caulfield,
fucking
bitch who needs to man up.
Right, I would just roast Holden Caulfield the whole time. Like, that little fucking bitch ass motherfucker needs to stop whining and take some responsibility for himself and his life.
Yeah. Of Mice and Men, dude, he should have abandoned Lenny a long time ago.
Yeah,
ruining his goddamn life.
Right,
he killed a hot girl and killed a cute little puppy.
Yep.
Fuck Lenny.
Yeah, he should have shot him in the back of the head in the second chapter.
Yes. And none of this would have ever happened.
Yeah. That's why we got Fs in school.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I remember one time.
Let's go.
Hold on, before you go to that. I remember one time in a biology class, it was like something like Save the Tigers. Like, I was supposed to write a paper on like the environment or some shit. And I just roasted the organization that was supposed to. I was like, oh, you called a meeting? You haven't done shit. Go out and save some fucking tigers. And she gave me a B+ though, because it was well written. Anyways, keep going.
All right.
I think it's official Gus Reichlin.
Gus Reichlin for 5. Song of the Night, Perry Mason by Ozzy Osbourne. Also, despite Rodgers' contract, should Green Bay draft a QB since he's a major weak link this year?
Better start.
I don't know if they will because of their ego. I think they'll probably end up drafting another defender.
You better start
planning. Or wideout.
Aaron Rodgers, you don't want an Eli Manning situation or a Phillip Rivers. No backup plan. Better start planning, guys. Mm-hmm.
Who's going to be available when the Packers pick, though?
Oh, they'll get some guy from Middle Tennessee Valley State or some shit. And, you know, just teach him and have him learn under Aaron Rodgers. Mm-hmm. Teach him how to make State Farm commercials.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
And then they'll have an animosity because Aaron
Rodgers is probably sneakily difficult, don't you think?
He seems like he is.
Yeah. James Amadei, will Bobby Valentine manage the Red Sox? Very possible.
Bobby Valentine. Bring him back. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah. He knows about cheating, except his extent of his cheating is wearing a disguise in the dugout that people can see from a fucking mile away. I think if Wally Backman would stop fucking beating up whatever girlfriend he's dating, he would be a manager in the major leagues, you know. But yeah. Anyways, Bobby V is not probably going to be the Red Sox manager. They'll probably bring in some other guy, some analytics guy. Mm-hmm. Gosh, how tainted is Alex Cora's legacy now?
The entire Astros organization's like it,
dude, it's so bad that Carlos Beltran is getting shit as the manager of the Mets.
No, Carlos Beltran's punishment is managing the Mets.
That's true. But people are giving him shit for the manager because of what he did as a player, and I'm just like, oh, okay. Maybe Luke Kuechly should manage the Red Sox. All right.
Now, Mookie Betts, part of his contract is to manage the Red Sox.
Yeah, well, he could probably remember when they used to do that player manager. I think the last one was Petey Rose, right?
Yep, Pete Rose.
We
and
all
then
know how
he
that
gambled.
went. Yeah.
And
Yep. And he cannot be in the Hall of Fame, even though he fucking should, because he played the game hard as fuck. Like, I'm just saying, like, me as a kid who didn't have that much athletic ability, I wanted to play like Pete Rose, right? And then he got banned for life, and I was like, oh shit. Mm-hmm. All right.
Beast of Metal 1989 for 5. I remember when the internet called people who strive to make legitimate points in the most incendiary way possible flamers. Those were the days.
Yeah,
Flame wars.
Oh yeah, remember until I think the first incident was one guy like drove 8 hours or something to another guy's house
and then shot him.
Yeah, or set it on fire.
It was like after a Call of Duty game or something.
Yeah, he was really pissed off and he drove. No, he set his house on fire. He didn't shoot him. Like he literally came and burned down his house.
Yeah,
and
that was a Call of Duty game like a couple years ago.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Oh, there was another one where a guy came to his house and shot him.
Yep.
Oh, that's crazy.
It's like over a 25-cent bet or something stupid like that.
Damn. The internet is wonderful and scary at the same time.
The internet gives me a headache sometimes.
You're right.
Especially if you read like certain things.
Yes. It's usually political, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, usually political or people bitching about like representation or some stupid shit.
Or Vince Vaughn shaking the president's hand.
I remember Stephen King being bitched about because he chose the nominees for like the awards for quality instead of diversity, and people were bitching because like he's apparently racist or some shit. It's like
Stephen
you should be based on quality. If it's a black person or a white person and it's good, who gives a shit? Yeah, it's good.
Stephen King, even though he's one of my favorite authors of all time, is a giant fucking hypocrite.
Oh, he's a really fucked up individual.
Yes. Well, that's how you write books like The Dark Tower.
Or It.
Or The Body, a.k.a. Stand By Me.
Or The Shining.
The Shining. Great movie. Select a Boy. $5. Hey, Tree, on the video about the Devils, you nailed it to the T. I haven't watched that one yet.
It's mostly just like, it's not like anything cuts to the point. Like, this team fucking sucks. Here's why.
Yeah.
They're a mess, dude.
They are terrible.
They fired Shiro on Sunday, and I'm like, why'd you fire him now?
And they fired him
Like, I get why they fired him, but it's like strange timing.
I don't understand
why you did it after you traded your best player?
Yeah. I don't understand why you fire someone when you're that bad. It's like you can't get any worse, and you don't
usually wait until the end of the season to fire him, and then do a hard reset.
You can't get any worse, and you don't want to be any better. So just stick with it, and then clean house later. Then you end up paying two people, right? It's just bad asset management.
I learned recently that the owners of the New Jersey Devils, they're the owners of the Philadelphia 76ers.
Okay.
I didn't realize that.
I thought that the Sixers were group owned.
No, it's like Josh Harris, the main owner.
Oh, okay. But I thought there's like a bunch of but I thought there's a bunch of minority owners, like a couple celebrities, Will Smith or some shit.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. Don't feed Phil. Go Pack Go, and Tree continues to die on this hill. Oh, some shit talking from a Packers fan.
Oh, Packers fans can talk all the shit they want until they win the Super Bowl. I'll probably still be a salty motherfucker. So, hey, you win it.
Yeah. I don't think they get past the 49ers.
I knew they'd pull off some bullshit because that's how this goes. But the Seahawks weren't even that good, man. Yeah. I knew when the moment like the Saints lost, it's like the Packers are going to win a game because the Seahawks and the Eagles both suck. They're banged up, they're injured, and they're struggling.
Ace Ken Shader for Canadian 5. With this year's Baseball Hall of Fame inductees being announced next week, outside of Jeter, who do you think will be inducted into the Hall of Fame?
I hope Larry Walker.
Yeah, Larry Walker probably might not make it. Somebody else
better make it, dude. If Harold Baines can make it, Larry Walker should be.
But then, don't you think that Larry Walker was just good? I know
he was a batting champion multiple times over. Look at him in Montreal.
I'm sure
he can still hit outside of course.
All right. If Larry Walker gets in, I'll get Foolish Baseball on to fucking defend his honor here. I just remember I got really pissed at Larry Walker one time because the Mets were playing the Expos. And I think it was like Kevin McReynolds hit a fly ball to right, and Larry Walker pretended that he was going to catch it. And the ball sailed over his head like by 20 feet. And like Kevin Elster was on second and he tagged up. And then the ball, because Larry Walker faked like he was going to catch it, Elster couldn't score on an obvious double. And it just really pissed me off. I was like, you son of a bitch, Larry Walker. You tricked Kevin Elster. And then we ended up losing by 1 run. Fucking
That's smart
Larry
baseball.
Walker. Ralph Kiner thought it was the most brilliant play ever, and it was. It was. But 10-year-old me was pissed at Larry Walker and his deceptive ways. Then I tried it. I think I tried it in a game, and it worked. Like I was that dickhead player that would get mad about something and then do it in the game. Anyways. Chibley Dirt Golems for 10. Did any of you watch the FCS championship on Saturday? No. Who won between, I think North Dakota State. Well, if so, what were your thoughts? I thoroughly enjoyed myself. 8 of the 9 last championships. First 16-0 team since Yale in 1894. So go Bison. Yeah, so I guess that
North Dakota beat James Madison 28-20.
James Madison. Mm-hmm.
Surprised James Madison
shedding a tear. James Madison, they're in Harrisonburg, about an hour and a half from where I live.
Nice.
Yeah, they're in the championship game a lot. Them Dukes, they're the Dukes. Nicholas Rijwani, 5. My dad was a Houston Oilers season ticket holder before they left, and told me this past weekend, thank God I made you a Seahawks fan by moving.
Yeah,
well,
I agree.
You'd be a Texans fan.
Yeah, or an Oilers fan.
Or an Oilers, or a Titans fan.
Titans.
Yeah. Well, then you would be in the playoffs and not at home like the Seahawks. Ooh.
Oh, this one's a good question.
You read this one.
Yep. Simpson since 90 for 5. I'll be your 49ers correspondent after ref ball screws the 49ers because Aaron Rodgers. I won't relive 2013 again. It'll be 1997 again for me in the NFC game.
All right, you're in. If the Packers win, you're in. You're on the show, Simpsons. So, you're up. You only get a minute, though. We only hand out minutes around here.
Minutes?
Sorry.
Okay, we're like 10, 10, 220.
I'm becoming an asshole.
Make a collect call and everything over 20 minutes.
Right.
Extra 99 cents a minute.
Yeah, it's turning me into an asshole because I have to. That's the thing. You can't be fair to everyone. You know, you gotta delegate. That's what I learned about leadership. I can't be nice to everyone, but you'll get a minute if the Packers win. You read. Keep going.
Big Daddy Sizzlify. This is a good question for 2. Henry, Eddie George, or Earl Campbell? All prime. Earl Campbell was special.
Yes, Earl Campbell was special. So was Eddie. Eddie was amazing.
They're both, but I'm going to go Earl Campbell.
Yeah, not enough data on Henry. If Henry's going to be like this and stay healthy, holy shit, he's going to be maybe the greatest.
Yeah. It's a shame what happened to Earl Campbell's body after retirement.
Derrick Henry is like if Brandon Jacobs had Ezekiel Elliott's move. You know what I mean? Like, it's just freakish. It's crazy. But yeah, I'm going to go with Earl Campbell on that one, even though that Eddie is so close to him. Earl Campbell was special, yes. Keep her going.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Let's go for Coded Trout 4 for 5. Tree, would you be willing to do a video called Jimmy Johnson, NASCAR's Fallen Titan? I mean, he just got aged and the cars around him got faster.
He did win 5 consecutive, I guess, what were they, Sprint Cups?
Sprint Cups, Nextel Cups.
Nextel Cups, I think.
Then Monster Energy, what it is now.
Cups. champions. Before, at one point, it was the Winston Cup. Like, it was basically the cigarette cup. Like, here, this is lung cancer. He won the lung cancer championship.
I still call it the Winston Cup, though.
Yeah, that was the original. Yeah, to me, it'll always be the Winston Cup. But it also symbolized emphysema. All right, keep her going.
Yes, sir. Let's go. Kevin Michael von Magnum 20, our resident Titans pessimist. What's worse, the Pats not interested in tackling Henry for 105 yards, Ravens actually giving some effort and Henry getting 195.
That was a great game. That was one of the more fun, like for me, someone that likes old school smash mouth football, like that was one of the fun games of the playoffs. I like that type of game. Just bruising.
It gets boring seeing everyone just throw passes and score touchdowns all the time.
I mean, that sounds so stupid.
It's just like, oh, look, 49ers Saints, that's why I could game of the year, even though it was really good. It's like, where the fuck's the defense?
You know what, though? Yeah, like the Houston Texans and Chiefs game was remarkable, but I don't think it was that fun.
I thought it was infuriating.
Yeah.
Because the Texans just blew that so fast.
Yeah, it was not entertaining at all. I mean, yeah, so okay, it was fun that they came back from 24, but the fact that they came back in 8-10 minutes, it made it feel like a lacrosse game. You know, like in lacrosse how they go on runs. But by halftime, I was like, there's no fucking way the Texans come back. They were dead. They were dead.
That's why I felt that O'Brien should have been fired at halftime.
Brandon Davis for $50.
Damn.
Do either of you watch college basketball before the tournament? Because Big Ten B-ball is calling your name. Plus, Kuechly retired. I like to watch. I try to sneak some games in here and there. And you might find like a sneak sleeper team. You know, scout them out. Sometimes ESPN will have a good matchup. But yeah, sometimes going into the tournament, I might only catch the conference tournaments. And then that's why my brackets usually suck. But now I
usually follow Pitt every once in a while.
Yeah. But now I do more research for the triggering video that comes out right after Selection Sunday. So I know a little bit more about the teams. It doesn't make my picks any more right. I mean, I picked UVA the year that they lost to UMBC. It was only a year early, right? Bailey Ledger, $4.99, back with a Snapchat. Song of the night, Tom Sawyer by Rush. R.I.P. Neil Peart. Also thoughts on Josh Donaldson to the Twins. Okay, I'm going to get this out of here right now. Neil Peart, great drummer. Rush as a band sucked. I hated fucking Rush.
They needed a better singer.
Geddy Lee, that woman. I'm sure this is the most polarizing thing in probably all of music is for me to say that Rush sucked. And I'm sure all the haters.
Rush is a decent band. It's just I felt like they needed a better singer.
Yeah. Today's Tom
Geddy
Sawyer,
Lee does not have a good voice.
Ride. Like it's just that chorus over and over for 80 minutes. And I'm just like, shut the fuck up. All right. That's my rant about Rush. Neil Peart. Everyone loved him. Great drummer. Probably inspired many people to become drummers and be the guy that doesn't get laid when the band goes out. Unless you're Tommy Lee. Tommy Lee is the only cool drummer of all time, right? Is that it? Can you name Nickelback's drummer?
Not Tommy Lee. I'm trying to think. Keith Moon.
Keith Moon from The Who? Is that?
Yeah.
He's a cool drummer?
Partied hard, died young.
Yeah. Oh. What's the guy from Def Leppard with the one arm? Yeah. John Bonham. Okay.
Maybe.
All right. You bring out Led Zeppelin. Everyone in Led Zeppelin was cool. It's bass players that no one is ever like, hey, that's a cool ass fucking bass player. I guess the drummer gets more love than the bass player. Bass players like, what the fuck? I guess Flea is the only cool bassist ever, right? Josh Donaldson to the Twins, that was a sneak move right there. Sneak move by them. All right. Yeah. All right. All right. I see you naming Dave Grohl, Lars Ulrich. Name some bass players. Come on. Lemmy. Okay. You got Lemmy. All right. Steven Adler. Okay. Jared Warren. Those are not Buddy Rich. Steven Adler was addicted to heroin. I don't know what that means. I don't know. Jeff Ament. Come on. You guys are just pulling names out of your ass. Stop with that. Jeff Ament could play basketball, though. Gene Simmons, all he had was that giant vagina-licking tongue. Big Daddy Sizzlify. I'm so pessimistic that my Chargers could be up by 40 with 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter of the Super Bowl, and I'd still be waiting for them to fuck it up. Yeah, they could probably fuck it up. Uh-huh. Yep. Yeah, Chargers could do that.
Sounds about right.
Scrub God.
Scrub God for 2 bag of stiffies.
Yep. That's in reference to our earlier commentary on, Antonio Brown. All right. Keep her going.
Conman for 752 for 25. Tree, you've been higher on Lamar. Do you think he has another level he can take in his passing, especially to the outside? Also, we need another big-time wide receiver. Who do you think the Ravens should try and get? I'm not sure if he has another level, especially to the outside, but they do need more wide receivers. They were a lot of drops, especially by Willie Snead. Andrews had a pretty big gaff, but even though that ball was overthrown,
there was his passes were off. I saw a lot of ducks coming out of that right arm, and the you know what? It's just hard to blame one person though.
No, that was everybody. That wasn't just Lamar. Lamar had a bad game, but that was more than
Fred Durst as a musician. Is Fred Durst even a musician? Like, he doesn't sing. His raps are kind of whack.
He's probably more of a Ravens wide receiver than a musician.
Yeah. He just fumbles all the time. All right.
And for big-time wide receiver, the big one's probably Amari Cooper, but who else could they really get? Maybe someone in the draft?
Yeah. Cody Trout 4. Oh, go ahead.
Yep. Sorry, man. Cody Trout 4 for 2. Guys, let's fund a trip for a Tree to the Super Bowl.
Oh, just Tree. I don't get to go.
Really, man? You're going to make him the bridesmaid? Should get 5 points to the Super Bowl. He's got more professionalism.
Drew Morris got to go to the Super Bowl last year.
Yeah, he did mention that.
Yeah.
Wasn't he on the show talking about it?
Yes, he was. He said he was mad that he was upset. It was like me in the Bahamas, mad that there was wind, and not enough sun. It's like, all right, hey, I don't give a to Chuck. I don't give to Chuck is here. What's up?
I don't give Kachuk.
Yes,
nice.
I don't give to Chuck. Oh, we're about to go. You know what? Football is almost over. We only got a month left to milk this teat.
Oh, yeah, man.
It's going to be sad. Yep.
And then, people will bitch that I do hockey videos and tell me to stick to football.
People get mad when I do hockey and NBA.
Yeah. I couldn't wait to get back to hockey, by the way. It's just
I love
football
hockey.
Took up all my damn time.
I love me some hockey.
Sad Frisbee for 5. My girlfriend gave birth to our first child, and sad Frisbee's tired. Oh, congrats, man.
Yeah, man. Welcome to
definitely.
You in the 110% club, as one person told me. And I was like, no,
my brother just had a baby boy about 6 months ago. So
all right. Only stopping
That's
by
a
to
special time, dude.
Yeah.
But I get why you're tired. Only stopping by to give money. I'm going back to sleep while he's asleep. Have a nice week.
Well,
Congratulations,
man.
Yeah,
that you chose to give us $5 instead of buying Huggies. I appreciate that.
Not even buy Huggies. Just go to damn sleep.
Dude.
He's probably exhausted. He's probably been up for 24 straight hours.
You have to be young when you have a baby because that's the only time you can do it. I'm telling you, raising our kids together, I don't know how we did it, me and my wife. Times were tough, man. It's amazing and terrible at the same time because
things can be lean.
Yeah, you hate your life, you don't get any sleep, but then all you want to do is snuggle with your offspring. You're like, oh, my nut turned into this cute thing, and you're like, oh.
The way you got to see it is when they are 3-4, they're banging around, screaming like crazy. When they're 13-14, they hate you and they want nothing to do with you. And at 23-24, they're having brunch with you on Sunday morning.
Yeah. Yeah. You're like,
That's how it always
look
is.
at you. You're a man now. Can you pay off all the debt that you've incurred?
Yeah, good luck with that. Graf von Tirol for 20. The SEC West is going to be rather fun from next year on. Saban, Malzahn, Orgeron, Fisher, and now Kiffin and Leach. Hell, the Egg Bowl is going to be a spectacular with the latter, too.
Yeah, Kiffin and Leach joining the party. Fisher, who's gonna win? You know, like Saban, Orgeron. I don't know. LSU kind of came out of nowhere this year. I'll tell you that. But Joe Burrow, the transfer from Ohio, smoking Joe Burrow. All right. Beast of Metal 1989. I appreciate Kevin Points in RE having optimism. My own personal experience also says having optimism makes defeats that much more soul crushing. Yeah, that year that the Giants were 14-2 and then they played the Eagles in the wind and McNabb just absolutely torched them when I was like, we're going to the Super Bowl. We're going to win back-to-back Super Bowls. Yeah, that was.
I remember the viral video of the Giants fan crying his eyes out because they lost.
That was me. That was my spirit.
And then some dude just yells at him. It's like, shut the fuck up, you motherfucker. It's a fucking game. Let me see if I can find that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. There's also the video of the Patriots fan crying. That one's also good, too. I don't know how you can cry over a sporting contest unless you win. I don't cry over a loss. I
found it. Giants fan in shambles.
Oh, are we gonna
still
play
up? Nah, I mean, up to you.
Is it copyrightable? Hold on. So, all right, I gotta watch this.
January 21st, 2009.
You read while I call this up. Read a Snapchat.
Yep, I'll read some Snappy. I had to reload again, so I gotta take it back up. Jesus. Let's go. Graf von Tirol for 5. Also, how did LSU, a few years into Coach O's tenure, make it easy to forget how much failure his time at Ole Miss? Rather impressed by this.
Yeah, he was bad at Ole Miss, and then he went out to USC, was an assistant there, righted that ship, didn't get hired for some weird reason. They went with Sarkisian. He went back
I think it was because of his interview or some shit, or his voice.
Because I couldn't understand it. Like, how's this guy going to talk to the press? And, like, you're just like,
and Sarkisian
who's racist
got
now?
drunk.
Yeah, right. Who's the discriminator now? And now he's got a ring, and USC is more irrelevant than bell bottoms.
Oh, so, USC is dead.
Yeah. They're dead.
They are like mega dead.
They passed on Coach O.
Omar Rosales for 2. Where did Antonio Brown get a bag of dick? Did he post his address on the dumpster fire? That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, that must have been. He just ordered it on Amazon Prime, and someone just sent it to him.
It's like, how do you willingly mail yourself a bag of dick gummies unless you're prepping for a bachelorette party?
All right, I'm gonna watch. All right, I'm watching this dude.
This is an oldie, man. Oldie. I'll keep going here. Aiden C97 for 10. The NFL is over, and just now I'm becoming a full-time fan of the league. Of course, my timings are always off.
Hold on, I'm watching this kid cry.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, we were the best team in the NFL.
Yeah, this is an old one, dude.
We were supposed to win. We're supposed to fucking win. Hold on.
Shut the fuck up, you motherfucker! It's a fucking game! Fuck! Shut up!
Alright, this is going in the next triggering video. Holy shit, how have I never heard of this? Hold on, I gotta bookmark this.
Yeah, that is an old one, dude.
Shut the fuck up, motherfucker. Alright.
I forgot. I didn't realize that one was still up. I thought that was lost in the sands of time.
Right there. Right, keep it going.
Aiden C97 for 10. Since I was kind of cut over. The NFL is over, and just now I'm becoming a full-time. Of course, my timings are always off. At least if there's anything I want to do is not be an Arizona Cardinals fan. They may have some more hope than other teams in this league. But
definitely on the
depends
up
if they get a
more than
defense.
the Giants. I'd rather be a Cardinals fan right now than a Giants fan.
Maybe. You at least have Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
The Scared Shadow for 2. Thoughts on the new XFL rules?
I think they're good. I like what they're doing on the kickoff. Everyone stands on the 35-yard line, right? Except for the kicker who just kicks it, and they're not allowed to move until the kick. And then they just, after that, they engage. Like, it's like kind of like no one gets a running start. It's pretty interesting how they're doing it. It's really funny. Fun. I like what XFL is doing.
It could be worth a shot.
Yeah.
I mean, I wonder if they'll do the onside kick rule in the AAF. I thought that was interesting.
Beast of Metal 1989, $5. It has to be clean, straight cut for the penile reattachment to be viable. If it's jagged or if it gets bitten off, you're fucked. And we are demonetized.
We've been demonetized, dude.
We've been demonetized. Damn. So
that should be just our motto.
Yeah,
We've been demonetized.
Maybe
Nathan Sobel for 20.
Yes.
As a Ravens fan, I'm pissed the Ravens blew the game. This is how every Baltimore resident is feeling right now. Warning, this video will cause immediate demonetization.
Wow, he paid us $20 to put that in the link here. Oops.
Let's take a look. Is this is this Big Bill Hells?
Oh, fuck you, Baltimore?
Yes. This is it.
That's one of the greatest videos of all time. Yeah,
that's the classic, dude.
I know how it goes. All right, we are so far behind. We got like 80 more of these to go. Team
Jesus
Before
Christ.
You Enterprises 528. What's worse, Bill O'Brien blowing a 24 lead or me calling the LSU Clemson game and being off by 1 point on the final score? Bill O'Brien.
I'd say Bill O'Brien.
Bill O'Brien. Is the
Bills
chat
O'Brien.
okay. Oh, that's cool. I've got them all up now. Okay.
Yep.
Andrew Meyer, I think the 49ers and Chiefs will win. Go Niners. Probably because the league is fixed. But
it will be Packers Chiefs if it's fixed.
Like the Titans, man.
That's all I'm going to say.
I like the Titans. Evan Escher.
Mahomes versus...
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, Mahomes versus Rodgers. The NFL would love that shit.
Oh, they would cream their shorts.
That up.
Yeah, State Farm wants it to happen for sure. They'd probably bring that.
Like
they'd
a
probably
good
fly
neighbor.
that,
State Farm is rigged.
Yeah, they'd probably fly that agent out there and give him a seat so that he can sit between Pat and Mahomes. You know, like they would pay extra to have a seat down, and then they would pay the network to pan the camera on him, whoever the actor is that plays his fake agent. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Andrew Meyer. Oh, we already read that. Evan Escher, happy almost birthday tree. Oh shit!
You're gonna have a birthday. I know, right? I have a birthday in a few days.
Oh,
it's crazy.
You gonna get a bag of dicks?
Nah. No. I don't know what I'll do for my birthday. We'll see.
You're not gonna eat a bag of dicks for your birthday?
Probably. I'll probably drink a bunch of beer and eat a bag of dicks.
That's what I did That's what I do every year on my birthdays. Eat bags of dicks. Jared Froman, $5. By the way, Tree Bernier is 10-12-2 with a 299 goals average against and a 904 save percentage. He is injured. That's why the Wings started Howard today. I think Howard's career is coming to an end.
Pretty much done. Bernier's still not that good, but meh.
Yeah, Bernier's
yeah.
Better than Howard. Better than Howard.
Well, I mean, most of the Wings are dead right now, dude. Abdelkader's playing like shit. Franz Nielsen's falling off a cliff. Trevor Daley's completely cooked. They're still playing Jonathan Erickson. Like, they're still paying for the sins of Mike Ilitch.
Yeah.
And Ken Holland.
Right. And Ken Holland. And
yep, Ken Holland's like, oh, yeah, I fucked everything up. Have fun. Bye. See you.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Where does Babcock?
That's why I really won't do a video on them, because it's just like most of the same shit I talked about a few years ago.
Babcock's going to coach in the league next year. Who's he going to be with?
Probably in New Jersey.
Probably.
Detroit.
Probably. Mm-hmm. And make the playoffs. Mm-hmm. All right.
Scrub God for $2. Who would win in a bust-off? A.J. Jenkins or 2 yards per catch?
I don't know. Is a bust off where you see who can jerk off faster?
I don't know, man.
We should have a bust off. And we're demonetized.
We've been demonetized,
Yep,
man.
keep her going.
Yeah, buddy. Let's go Beast of Metal 1989 for 5. The Rag should keep Georgiev. His stick-breaking freakout versus the Oilers tier alongside Pecorina in Game 7 against the Sharks.
Yeah, or Henrik Lundqvist throwing the net. Remember when Henrik Lundqvist...
Yeah, throw the net against the Penguins.
Yeah. He just threw it down.
There was a Patrick Waugh freakout like 15 years ago. I forget who did that. Was that Chelios who did that? But like Waugh had this epic freakout.
And then he skated out to the midline, didn't he?
Yeah, something like that. It was he was with the ad.
Yeah. And then he was like, fuck this, tried to skate past the blue line or the red line, and they were like, what the fuck are you doing? And then I think he got ejected after that.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Third Degree Top Gun, who I believe sent me the bag of dicks. Good night. Good night, guys. Hope to catch a stream next week in FPV. I expect to see college basketball arena critiques this March. You know it's coming. It's just all about seasonality, baby. Uh-huh. Skylar McCarthy for 5 Canadian. Hey, y'all. Hope you remember me as the kid who gave you OSAP money. Well, I hope you're having a great day, both Tree and FPV. Was that the guy that gave us the LBCO?
I'm not sure.
He just tweeted me here as he hates me though. He calls me a jerk. Oh, he called me a jerk. There he is tweeting me. Huh. All right. Well, fair enough.
Probably are jerks.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm an
we
asshole.
are technically.
Yeah. Is that
I mean, let's be real. We're all assholes. Come on.
Uh-huh. What does OSAP stand for? Oh,
I'm not sure. I'm trying to think. Was it? I'm trying to think if this was the guy who gave us the helmet, the Rangers.
No, that's Cody. That's
Cody.
Yeah. I don't remember. Well, Skylar, the guy that gave us the LCBO card, he had a Toronto Raptors.
Yeah, that's not him.
Yeah, it's not him. OSAP money.
Probably losing my damn mind.
I don't know. I'm losing my mind. Beast of Metal 1989. 2 months in life of Norfolk Admirals. Team up. Teo random signings plus guy back from injury on third line. Their efforts break 0-9-2 run. That's terrible. Have become first line by next week. Team runs 7-4-0 without them. So they basically got injured to shit and started playing better. Okay.
Sounds about right.
Or they signed some scrubs off the practice squad. C Reynolds for 5. Aye, LMAO. How about that Derek Henry laughing my fucking ass off at the Ravens catching Tampa Bay Lightning syndrome. Ooh. Also, Ray Shero is a hack fraud. Tits. Hey, I like tits.
Everybody likes tits.
Everybody likes tits.
I wouldn't call Shiro a hack fraud, but he did a good bit to get fired.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to tell you a story in just a second. C rounds for $2. Crosby is score. I was explaining to this is what I've become, a 43-year-old man. I was explaining to my wife today in the car how fucking ridiculously ripped Sidney Crosby's legs are. Like,
you have to.
Yeah.
Dude, that's what hockey is.
He kind of has amazing legs, you know? Because I was bitching about how my legs don't get any more cut or defined. I was like, maybe I should play hockey. I'll have legs like Sidney Crosby, you know?
Or get really fat and lose weight. That'll help too. And walk around.
Oh, yeah.
That'll build the muscles.
Yeah. And then put on a male romper so I could show off those excellent quads. Mm-hmm. It's funny with legs like that, you only have a vertical leap of maybe half an inch.
You're being nice. It's a quarter of an inch.
All right, keep her going.
Come on, man. Let's go for the Wolfman for 5. 24-0 is the new score of choke and needs to be immortalized as a meme. Yeah. It's not usurping 28-3, but it's up there.
Yeah, it just happened too early. You know, it was the first quarter. If it was 24-0, because
it was in 10 minutes. Though.
Right. Because like the 28-3 is so delicious because you have third quarter 2:05 left in the game. Like, it's so obvious. Like, there's only one way to fuck that up, and that's be Kyle Shanahan. The 24-0, like, you saw Pat Mahomes on the sidelines when they had him mic'd up. He's like, dude, we're winning all the battles. We're just down 24-0. Like, they knew that they were going to come back. They knew it. So anyway.
Sounds about right.
Yep.
Beast of Metal for 10. The 2 random signings then fuck off to Europe after getting money thrown at them. Third forward goes back on IR. Team loses all ability to score. Still routinely giving up 2-0 and 3-0 rushes. Goes to 8-1.
Ooh. Wow.
Ooh.
The Admirals are up and down like a roller coaster.
Hardcore roller coaster.
Hardcore roller coaster. All right. C. Reynolds for 2. Keep guzzling that barbecue there, Bruce. I love barbecue, Bruce.
Yeah. What happened today was they were just 5 defensemen because what had ended up happening was they dressed a defenseman who they said was scratched. They had to put him back. And what ended up happening, they have to dress 5 defensemen.
I think Barbecue Bruce is like Elmer Fudd. Like, you want him to get the rabbit, but he'll just never get the rabbit, you know?
Nah.
He's just not gonna... C. Reynolds, I wouldn't piss on the Astros if they were on fire. Yeah. So there's a lot of bitterness. People, claiming that they got cheated out of a World Series. Like, didn't that series go 7 games? Something like that? Yeah. You know what? The one thing that's interesting about the Astros is, like, how come nothing about this year's come up? Because they lost? Like, I think they were doing it this year, too.
Remember, they were doing a lot of, like, pitch tipping.
Yeah. Come on, though. If you did it and won a World Series, you don't just stop the scam, right? You just kind of change it a little bit. And C. Reynolds again for 2. Unban Pete, you jagoffs. Yeah, you know what? I've come around on Pete. The only reason that I didn't want them to unban Pete was because of Bart Giamatti. That was like the last thing that he did before he died. Like, literally the last thing. He was like,
They're not going to unban him until he's dead.
Yeah. They don't want him to have his day. That's the thing. And then they'll be like, let him in. All right.
They'll do it like in 2040 or 2045 when everything's long forgotten.
Right. Then Pete Rose Jr., his kid, can induct him because he was an average major leaguer. Pete Rose Jr.
Pete Rose Jr. only made it in because he was Pete Rose.
Yeah. He played a little bit in the majors, though.
Yeah, like a brief cup of coffee, but he's mostly a AAA guy.
Yeah. Reed Scrub God.
Yep, Scrub God for $4.99. It was a 150 bet. And the person who was swatted was the wrong person because the dude gave him the wrong address. At least 10 years in jail.
Oh,
that was the Call of Duty guy.
Yeah.
Forgot about that. He got the wrong guy.
So he swatted the wrong guy?
Yeah, swatting is fucking horrible, dude.
Oh, yeah, that's terrible. I'm surprised I haven't gotten swatted yet because I put my address up there for 10 seconds.
The NFL will be swatting me.
Yep.
ND Gaming for 5. If the Super Bowl ends up being Packers and Chiefs, does it mean the NFL is rigged? Maybe.
The NFL is rigged, okay? Like, what do you mean it's like someone always, like, tries to prove that the NFL is rigged. It's been rigged, dude. Come on now.
Is it as rigged as the NBA, though?
No, not nearly. No, the NFL is rigged in a way where they just want to keep the games. I don't think they rigged the outcomes. They just want it to be close, right? And then they let whoever was supposed to win. The NBA is just outright rigged.
That's why the Lakers are probably going to win
Reynolds.
it.
Here we go. Read this from C. Reynolds. Sorry.
All right. C. Reynolds for 2. Y'all talking shit about Rush, you heretics.
I'm talking shit about Rush, not you. I just don't like Rush.
Okay.
I've never listened to an entire album of Rush because I don't have enough weed. I don't want to smoke all my weed in one sitting.
Ha.
All right.
Let's keep on going. Skylar McCarthy for $2 Canadian. As a Pats fan, the dynasty is over. I'm sad now.
It's not over.
It's not over until you go 0-16 or 2-14, and even then we'll be skeptical.
Yeah, if you go like 9-7, then that's for the Pats. That's the end. But if you win 10 games next year, that's like the landing of the Star Destroyer. That's it.
Big Daddy Sizzlify for 2. Les Claypool and Cliff Burton were badass. Yeah, Cliff Burton was really badass.
Died in a bus wreck. He was hanging out the window of the bus, and it flipped over while he was in it. I bet you didn't expect that to happen, and he died. He was drunk as shit. You know, I remember being a Metallica fan when I was like 12, 13, something like that, and Cliff Burton would headbang the entire time he was playing the bass for like an hour, and I'm just like, how do you do that? Like, your neck has got to hurt. You know?
Yeah, sometimes you get used to it.
Yep. Okay.
Strong neck muscles.
Yeah.
Beast of Metal 1989 for 5. 7 to 3 pens, and it was the Night of Nights, aka The Return. And no one got re-injured either. Let's out breath.
Who do the Pens play?
Minnesota Wild. Remember, it was the one they were dressing 5 defense?
Yeah, that's right. Okay. The Pain.
Yeah. Did you see the Red Wings Islanders score? They got whomped.
Oh,
8 to 2.
Did you see the Rangers Islanders score from last night?
Yeah, it was like the Rangers beat the shit out of them.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And then like Toronto beat New Jersey. Shocking.
Yeah. All right, hold on. I gotta try to get Dakota on here. You read some more Snapchats.
Yep.
Okay?
Alex Moreno for 2. I have to voice my opinions of the Saints, lol. And I gotta point at the elephant in the dome. And then Mario Fan 794 for $5, and we have reached the top. I know, shocking.
Oh, I guess he didn't accept my friend request. Oh. Okay, so he can't come on. Whoops. All right. Maybe we'll let Combat Vet Gaming speak. For a minute. Yeah.
2 fights in 3 minutes.
All right. Are we done?
What, with the super chats? Yeah. We're done.
What?
Yeah, we're clear of them.
Mario Fan said for $7.94. And you read the Alex Moreno's too?
Yep, I read them.
All right. Let's listen. Let's have 4th and 9 talk about Stepnansky or whatever his fucking name is. And Alex.
What you gotta do, man?
You there? 4th?
I'm here.
You're very quiet.
I had to piss for like 2 hours.
Oh, and you've been waiting to get the call?
Can you hear me? Yeah.
It's okay. You're a veteran. You know about holding your bladder, right? Dude, I gotta ask you a question. You were in which branch were you again? Army?
Yeah.
Okay, in basic, how often do you get to pee at night when you're in the barracks?
Gosh, years. You know, I don't know if they do it anymore, but there were like 3 phases during our basic training, like the red, white, and blue phase. Red phase were like if you
oh, you're cutting out.
Blink, yelled at, whatever. I am.
Yeah. You don't sound very loud. You sounded better. You there? Oh, I think we lost him. All right.
Thought I heard him.
Yeah, he was talking about the red, white, and blue phase. Because that's my biggest concern about if I had ever enlisted in the military, how often would I get to pee during basic training? Otherwise, I'd be 4F because I have to pee like 6-7 times a night. You there?
I'm here.
Oh, there. You sound much better. Okay. How often?
Okay.
How often do you get to piss during basic training at night?
Oh, at night?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess whenever you want. We didn't have any issues with that.
Really?
Like our first couple weeks, we were in what was called the red phase. So I didn't get up in the middle of the night because I knew the drill sergeant was still there. But once we got into like the white phase and beyond that, it wasn't so bad. Like they're within the barracks, but we didn't have one directly inside of our barracks. Like we had 4 platoons.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, I think I'd be 4F because I have to pee like every 10 minutes. That's my problem. All right.
Well, you know what's funny is like the first day we get there. It's called, and that's where they're screaming at you when you get off the bus. You're carrying all shit, and you're getting chased around by the drill sergeants. We did like, I think we ran like a mile. 4 laps is a mile.
Oh, you're cutting out. Wait, I think I. Okay.
Yeah.
I can kind of hear you, man.
Yeah, you're cutting out. Is it? You know, you're in. You're. Oh, there he is. There's Dakota White Gamer. Hold on.
Is that better?
Yep. He says, "I have you as a friend. The name's D White the Gamer."
Yeah, I got him. I'll bring him on. All right. Quick, real thought. Real quick, because I'm gonna bring on Dakota. What's your thoughts on Stefanski?
Stefanski. I think he's gonna. My only concern is he not going to. Well, he's not for sure about relegating the play duties. I want to not call him his. I just want the head coach to focus on the head coach and let his offensive coordinator do that. Now, he didn't say he wasn't going to call the plays, but he didn't. You know what I'm saying? So I would prefer him to not court that he feels like.
All right, we lost you. I get what you're saying. This is the time of the show where everything just kind of devolves into a giant dumpster fire. All right, I'm gonna put you on mute. All right, Dakota White. Hold on. This is what. Hold on. Don't talk yet. I gotta set up the timer. You know what, Tree? I got a feeling this guy's gonna be good. What do you think, Tree?
Mm-hmm. I have a feeling, man. Broncos fans can be pretty passionate.
Yeah. All right. Hold on. Let me get the clock out. You have 60 seconds from the time I say go, and there is a Snapchat waiting for us when we're done.
Yep. C. Right. Reynolds, fart.
Yes. Oh, that's all you said.
I missed that.
Fart. All right. Ready, Dakota? Shoot your shot,
dude.
Go ahead.
Well, I gotta say, the Pats are hiring. I'm not entirely sure until we see it going into the season to next season, but I'm pretty excited for it because he did well with Daniel Jones, even though the Giants are a complete catastrophe. I think he'd do better with a real team like the Broncos. And with that being said, Trey, I gotta say, you look great in that romper. No homo.
Oh God.
I'm sorry.
You had to do what you have to do. That's what I get for taking bets.
Yeah. Don't take any bets because you'll be like me and just mess everything up.
Nah, you're doing good. You got 3 seconds. Good, man. Anything else?
Fuck John Owen.
I baptize you in the name of the Father. I baptize you in the name of the Son. I baptize you in the name of the Holy Spirit. That's it.
All right. Very good. Okay.
Not bad.
He came on. He did his thing. He shot his shot. But he did remind me of something that we need to talk about, which is... Oh, we've got to rate him. Okay. I think I'm going to... let's give him... He started out really strong, right? And then he kind of had a little middle area there, but he finished strong, so I'll give him 6.5.
I'd say about a 7.
You go all the way to 7. Wow, that's one of the higher scores there for a first effort. I must be the Simon Cowell of the bunch. I'll give him a 6.5. Now, this is the one thing we're going to close the show with, even though we're 9 minutes over, is what we will do for a $500 Snapchat.
Jesus Christ.
So the romper was too much, right? Like, I mean, that was probably the best $500 that it's ever been spent. But I have a list of things that I made, and you can share yours. But here's what I'm thinking for a $500 Snapchat is a mankini. One of us has to wear a mankini of some kind.
Jesus, that's you.
Yeah.
That ain't me.
My wife would put makeup on me, and I would do the show in makeup, like James Charles. One of us would have to wear a Speedo for 500. But those are kind of all in the. Those are all in the genre of the male romper, though. You know, like I don't know.
Yeah.
I think this one's a little less degrading. It's like I have to do the show in a wig, but that's just a silly wig, you know. Like I could. This one is interesting. Is Tree would have to face cam for the entire show and not turn it off like he's done the last 2 or 3 times, and it wouldn't have to be. You'd have to get a better camera than the shit that you have. You'd have to get at least a high def camera.
I did get a high def webcam.
Yeah.
So I've upgraded there.
Oh, you did get one?
Yeah, I got one a few months ago.
Oh, okay. Well then
it must be
then
because
take
of
that one
the
off table.
bandwidth that I'm broadcasting on. Could be that.
Oh, well, now that you're not sharing the Yinzernet in the basement, you can directly pipe in. Someone's saying G-string. Red Hawk is saying G-string for 500.
G-string? No.
You know what? You guys don't need to see either one of our ass cracks.
No, that's going to be a hard no.
All right, I like
me.
this one. FPV has to wear a Tom Brady jersey for 500. Now, what were your suggestions? You had a couple, right?
My suggestions were we have to do a quick video praising the Philadelphia Flyers.
Oh, God.
Yeah, 5 points having to white polish on his head and then buff it with a buffer. Me having to exercise the high jump again. Let's see here. Shit. I cook food for y'all. Maybe. I don't know. No, that's not that bad. No. How about...
Oh, and I had one that was like fear-based where you would have to like I'd have to like sit next to a
clown.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Ooh, so you're sitting next to Bill O'Brien? Okay.
Ooh. These are all
I'd say somebody said UT has to wear a Tom Wilson.
All right, how about next show you guys just keep flooding us with suggestions. Ooh, UT in a Tom Wilson jersey.
Yeah, I saw that.
In public. I think
free.
I think it would make it even worse if you had to go to like a Pens game in a Tom Wilson jersey. Ooh.
Yeah. Tom Wilson, I could do in a Flyers jersey. That'd be even worse.
Oh,
I feel much more vitriol towards the Flyers.
Right. A Radko Gudas Flyers jersey.
Claude Giroux.
A Claude Giroux. Big Daddy Sizzify for 2
Oh, fuck.
All right, that's one right there. That's one. We'll recreate
Jesus
the Jets
Christ.
TikTok video for 500. I'm writing this down in my notes. Recreate Jet. I get to be the quarterback.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, I think that's the one. Recreating or Tree giving a cooking video. Yeah. This is how you FPV wears a Rangers. Trevor Teormina FPV wears a Rangers jersey that says 1940. That doesn't
have the sting.
Yeah, it's not a personal wrongliness.
You gotta wear a Henrique jersey.
Or if I wear a Giants Trey Junkin jersey, that would piss me off.
Relive the miracle with the Meadowlands.
Yes. What's the worst moment in Steelers history?
I would probably say the 60s, Neil O'Donnell.
No, you
Larry
have to
Brown.
you have to wear a Neil O'Donnell jersey.
Larry Brown jersey.
Oh,
the Cowboys.
Yeah. Ooh, all right.
Tim Tebow jersey.
Ooh, a Tim Tebow jersey would hurt. Oh yeah,
Broncos.
I'd have to wear an Edwin Diaz Mets jersey. All right, I think the recreating the Jets TikTok video would probably do it though. I'll wear a half shirt, and do the dancing. All right, I think it's time to end the show because
yeah, we're way over.
Yeah, we are way over. Yeah, and then 4th and 9 said his computer died, but he did well. He did well.
Yeah,
Alex
he did all right.
Moreno,
like as I said, like the problem is like we keep like going early, and even then, like,
yeah, I forgot.
We're still at 10:15.
Hold on, Alex. I'll let
Alex
you on.
Moreno.
Alex says Tree has to wear a Michael Thomas jersey to a Rams game.
Dude, that's gonna be all Saints fans there anyway.
Hey,
Alex, close out the show.
It's not. Hey, let me just say,
There was more Rams fans at that game than Saints fans. In fact, if anything, there was more drunken fights at that. No, seriously, we hate Michael Thomas. We hate him more than Daryl Gates in this city.
Ooh.
Like, frankly, I know for a fact a lot of the Dodgers fans want his head on a platter.
Wow, that's pretty strong. You hate him more than Daryl Gates, the racist police
No,
chief.
I'm serious. We hate Michael Thomas. Like, I'm serious. So the Rams fans did show up for that matchup, and they pelted him with beer bottles and booed him. Actually, I got to go up and see him whining to a bunch of fans. I'll send you that video from when I went back in week 2. But seriously, if Tree wears that to, say, SoFi, say, like, the next time the Saints play them, think he's going to get pelted and possibly get CTE worse than Antonio Brown.
We can't accept donations for self-harm. Sorry. Even though seeing Tree in a romper was, yeah.
That was pretty self-harming, I must say.
That was self-harm.
That was. Especially, how'd you get into that thing? That's what I want
to know. It was tough. It was harder getting out than getting in. I was just sitting there like, I can't move. I can't get out.
Dude, the romper is like the worst thing ever. It's just,
yeah, as I said, like, it's just like once you get in, it's like trying to zip it up first, and then like trying to like zip it and zipping it out. It's fine. It's just like trying to get the damn shoulders off. It's like I'm stuck. I can't
try
move.
to put a wetsuit on.
Oh, wetsuit is easier than the romper. I'll tell you that. I've put a wetsuit on. It's you just kind of get it. You just pop into the wetsuit. The romper was hard. The romper's hard. All right, Mario fan. I'm gonna read this and then we're gonna sign off. Mario fan 794 for $500. You guys should do a drinking game on one of these shows where you take 2 shots every time you get demonetized. Dude, we would die.
We'd be passed out.
Right. We would die.
Maybe
like
just a
Sean
swig of
Bonham.
beer.
Right. There'd be a funeral for us the next day. Like,
yeah.
Okay. Alex, any final thoughts?
Yes, I just want to say this is okay. I just have to shoot my shot on the Saints, and I'll go do this very fast because I have too much caffeine in my system.
10 seconds.
Anyway, timer ready. 1, 2, 3. Anyway, I just have to point out the fact is that Sean Payton is a fucking criminal. I can't forgive the fact that him and Greg Williams put that kind of a bounty on Brett Favre, and now they're trying to build a base, possibly one of the most overrated playoff teams I've ever seen in human history. And I think Michael Thomas is one of the most overrated piles of shit in the league. And I think he's almost as big of a diva as Antonio Brown. For instance, like he ripped off the Ted Ginn Jr. celebration, and also just for how shittily he treats his own fans, how shittily he treats Rams fans, pretty much any fans of a rival team. I think he is just the biggest douchebag in the world. And the fact that they shoved that much money in his face, and now they don't have enough cap space and are going to be in a worse situation than we are. So I can safely say blue debt times 10, because now they're going to be steering towards an iceberg, and that iceberg ain't moving. So wait till Kamara, Grease, and everybody, and Ted Ginn all need a re-sign. And on top of that, look at Cam Jordan.
Damn. That was like a 10-second jerk-off all over the Saints. All right, I give it that a 9 out of 10. You could have ended, I think you should have ended right at Blue Dat times 10, though. You went
Blue Dat!
Blue Dat.
Yeah, go Rams!
Yeah. All right. Tree, any final thoughts?
It's been a long week. Probably gonna start work on maybe another video and probably setting up the quote-unquote office. Most of the stuff's come in for that. And I'll be gone for the weekend. I'll be in Scranton, PA.
Scranton?
Just like,
wedding?
Yeah, my sister lives there now, so she wants me to go over there.
Right.
Wants me to see her new house and shit.
He's singing the Office theme. Is that it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes, it was.
All right. My final thoughts are: I've got the biggest draft bus of the decade coming up tomorrow.
Nice.
That was written by a guest, Will Keys, who was on earlier.
Very nice.
And what a great week! I was just in the Bahamas. I hope you noticed I was a little bit darker. And
Marabaldo.
Yes, Marabaldo.
Dude, I don't get darker. I just get redder.
Yeah. I don't get redder. I get dark. I get sexier.
Yeah, I do not have those genes. I am Polish as fuck.
Sexier.
I was born dark.
Yes, that's right. Me and Alex are.
But I'm trying to go grow tea and it's red. Like, what the fuck?
Yep. All right.
Irish.
It was a beautiful show. Love you all. Thanks to the mods that didn't delete any $50 Snapchats this time. Dodge. Everyone, check out the Afterburn. And
Do it. It's entertaining.
I think was Oshawott here. I think so. Omega. Nickman was here. And KTO was not. And thanks to Will Keys who showed up. You're all beautiful. Thank you so much. I'm 5 Points Vids. You made it to the end of this fucking stream.